How the biggest VTuber Grifter got bullied off the internet? What the f***?
Ian Miles Chung is a, let's say, political commentator that truly got in the spotlight.
Isn't he just a pretty... I already paused it. Whatever. Isn't he a literal sucker of like Elon Musk or some bullshit?
In the run-up to the 2024 US presidential election. You see, Ian would tweet daily. We're talking hundreds of tweets, all centered on the topic of this election. The guy was acting like his life was hanging in the balance.
I remember
if the
that.
wrong candidate ended up winning. In fact, he was so passionate about this topic that it even reached the owner of the website, Elon Musk, who retweeted and replied to his
Wait, sorry, what does this have to do with I don't even know how to say her name.
posts constantly. Except, here's the thing. Ian wasn't even a United States citizen. He was Malaysian, and he lived in Malaysia. He didn't have a green card. Hell, he didn't even have a US...
I swear to God that most people who talk about American politics are usually not even American. I swear to God. There's so many people who love talking about American politics without even being American and whatever.
tourist visa. In fact, most shocking in all this, the guy had never...
I swear to God, most... On God, all MAGA, whatever to call it, and Twitter are mostly run... Isn't it mostly run by, like, Indians? Or am I wrong?
stepped foot on United States territory before. Not once in his life.
And Russians.
Here he was.
Guys, you know why? Because they actually get paid for it. So you guys are just giving them free money and they know how to engage in Twitter and they're like, oh, well, easy enough.
Shamelessly quote tweeting things like multiculturalism will tear our country apart and saying that's right, they need to get out of our country. Bro, what do you mean our? What?
Yeah, both American like political parties as well.
By an Ugandan named Zohran Kwame Mamdani, get out of my country. What do you mean your country? Excuse me. You see, the thing with Ian, if that's even his real name, is that he was the perfect example of a grifter. Someone who pretends to believe in something while not giving a shit about it, all to benefit directly from it, whether financially or by other means. And he sure as
I swear to God.
hell did. Not only does he have 1.2 million followers, he also lives in the United Arab Emirates, a country that's significantly
Guys, I'm sorry for pausing! My bad!
Malaysia. So why am I telling you all this? Well, it's simple. For as long as so many of us can remember, a grifter only took on a few different forms, whether it be a politician or someone extremely rich, people of power. It was a known fact that these people changed their politics based on the highest bidder that was filling their pockets.
I swear to God, this is legitimately most content creators like changing their opinion on something because either it's popular for them to say it or that it's like, whatever, dude. It is what it is. I don't know, man. It is what it is.
But today, we live in unprecedented times where just about anyone can become a grifter.
Guys, I don't want to talk over him. I'm going to pause. I'm sorry, but I'm going to pause. I lied. I'm sorry, but like, bro, he's talking a lot and I don't want to overtalk over him.
Benefit directly from it. It's not a privilege reserved for the people in power anymore. This means anyone can be a grifter, even if it was a severely alcoholic mess of a VTuber. You see, from the first day that Elfinpsyop started streaming, she targeted a very specific demographic.
All right.
Males who would typically share the same ideologies you'd find on 4chan, who love...
I'm going to be so real. I'm going to be so honest that I think farming the girl failure just like for the... You could tell when somebody's just farming it to farm it, in my opinion. You could really tell. Because I swear to God, dude. And I think the girl failure thingy is a new e-girl thing. Dude, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Dude, I'm sorry, dude. But like, dude, the whole like girl failure bullshit is just a new e-girl like kind of like personality. It's true. It's true. I'm sorry. But you're just pandering towards like males who think that being a loser is hot. I'm sorry, dude. It's true. It's true. Stolen valor from Deme. She's a natural girl failure. I'm not a failure, dude. Guys, I clean. I'm clean as dude, I'm clean. I literally clean my room. I vacuum. I wipe the floors. I literally like clean. I'm clean as actually. It just gets to a point. I struggle with depression, okay? So not to trauma dump or anything. So that's the whole reason why my room gets a little bit messy, a little bit. But I promise you, I try my best to like, you know, I try my best to clean and stuff. Do you shower? Yeah. Duh. I don't stink. I never stink outside. Maybe if I'm having a depression phase, I will forget to shower.
edgy humor, dislike minorities, and most importantly, never receive female attention. All she had to do was post slurs and insults directed towards minorities every day, all while acting as edgy.
Sorry, what the was that tweet? What was she saying? You think just saying the N-word makes you base, edgy, cool? Say actual vile shit. I want more edginess. God, I could fucking like... Jesus Christ, what a fucking loser. Pick me! Pick me! I say edgy things! Pick me!
Slurs and insults directed towards
I'm telling you, man, this whole like girl failure bullshit, it's like a new like eagle bit. Eagle thing. Eagle bit. It is.
All while acting as edgy as possible. And through this, she was able to attain over 100,000 followers in less than 2 years. But that's not all. She was also able to make close to 6 figures in those 2 years by building very unhealthy relationships with those viewers who get
all right.
No female attention. Like, for example, calling those viewers on Discord and starting to touch herself without them knowing as they were talking. And that's not even the worst thing she's done. I mean, she was literally posting audios of her gooning to her general chat in her Discord server, accessible by anyone, okay? But this, of course, had its massive benefits.
See, I told you guys, dude. I'm telling you, there is a VTuber for everything. If you want some fucking loser, you can literally watch that. I'm telling you, man. There's a lot of performative people that will do it for the looks of it. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, dude. And then you complain in my stream that I'm not doing something. You know how many streamers there are? I'm telling you, there's an infinite amount of streamers where you'll get the streamer that you want. Like, dude, bro, I'm just saying, bro, like...
was so successful in doing this. She was so unstoppable too, invincible to all sorts of criticisms, that you even had bigger and more viral VTubers try to emulate her, try to copy her. That's how dangerous her...
God, people are so performative. You can... I'm sorry but to say, but there's some people are so performative to even being racist. It's true. It's true. Like, bro, you can tell when somebody's genuinely racist because you can tell when they're like kind of like trying to hide it and then things just slip. You know what I mean? But you can tell if it's performative when you're literally like trying to say that, like you're, I don't know, dude. I'm just saying, dude.
Influence had become.
Performative racism is like the bottom of the low. Jesus Christ.
From her past would catch up to her and expose to us all that she's actually one of those minorities that she insulted daily. It would turn out that she is Pakistani. This is where her entire life falls apart as her simps try to grapple with the fact that she is a minority. But of course, it doesn't end here, because she might have committed a pretty serious crime that made her eventually want to delete all her socials to scrub the proof. And yes, it involved a minor. This is one of the more uniquely disturbing videos I've ever made. And word of warning, throughout all of it, you'll lose hope in humanity multiple times. So before we get started, I thought I'd get the good news out of the way first. I was able to achieve a very cool goal of mine. Hiring my artist Wang full time. Yes.
Whoa!
The same artist who makes illustrations of me all the time and who also made my VTuber model. This was all thanks to your guys' support and, of course, Stacked.
Oh, shit. Okay, Stacked DM'd me and emailed me about a potential partnership with them as well, and I completely ignored that email because I thought that they were just like, I genuinely thought that they were faking it, and I thought it was some random sponsor, and I didn't take it seriously, so I ignored that email. And they even followed up that email, and because they followed it up in such a weird way, I completely ignored it.
It's a creator platform that aims to rival other sites like Patreon, but instead of forcing you to sign up to paid memberships in order to take a more attractive percentage, they just take a flat 10%, nothing more, nothing less. And on the day of this video uploading...
Anyway, I emailed them right now. I replied to the email saying like, oh, I'm so sorry for not replying to this email. I've seen that Mugen is now working with you, and I would love to speak about, like, whatever. They did not reply.
Launching my page with them. There are multiple tiers on my page, all made to give you the most value out of your money, and they include 4 high-quality illustrations from Wayo every month, as well as 2 exclusive rambling videos from me where I just yap. If you have insomnia, I think this is perfect for you. I'll be very active there, so if you're interested, the link's going to be in the description and the pinned comment. And now that the good news is finally out of the way, let's get to the bad news. The entire story of Elfinpsyop. Let's do this. All right, so first off,
Okay.
what is a girl failure? This is something that Elfinpsyop would identify as for the entirety of her career.
Even her VTuber has fucking insects on her. My God. Dude, in my opinion, it's okay to be like, I just hate performative shit. I hate when people like are performative about their life. It's so weird. I think a whole branding to be performative is so forced and so cringe, personally. If you want to be a girl failure and that's your personality, go sure. I don't care. Do your whole life. I just hate actors. I don't want actors. I want to watch somebody who's genuinely a failure, okay? And that tries not to be, but they can't help themselves, but they're a fucking failure, okay? That's what I love. I love when people like literally try not to, but they're just fucking failures, and it's lovely to look at and support them because they're trying to not be one, and I like that instead of a performative motherfucker who pretends to be. Whatever.
Weird.
Earub watcher. I don't care about fucking posers, dude.
It's also one of
I don't want to watch a poser pretend to be a loser. I want to watch a loser.
the main reason she was able to gain so much influence.
That's why we like watching you play League.
In such a short time. Well, if you Google this term, you'll get a definition saying a fictional girl or woman who is endearingly pathetic or inept. And while yes, this is true to some degree,
Watching a person who is a failure try to become better is a way more enjoyable than someone who just sinks into degeneracy and is proud of it. Yeah, exactly! That is exactly what it is! Thank you! That is exactly the fucking sentence that I was looking for. This is exactly it, dude. I don't want some like... Bro, I like seeing progress. I like seeing somebody get better. You know what I mean? I don't want somebody to feel like they are... I don't know, dude. I want to see somebody get better. That's it.
it barely touches on the whole story. In fact, it's nothing more than a modern and extremely bastard.
Sorry, what did you say? Please don't say that. She hated people that only acted that way. She was always true to herself. I don't give a f***. Okay, listen, I get that you were a fan of her degeneracy because she played onto it, and I guess you like that idea of like a girl failure, but I promise you it is performative. She made her whole VTuber literally look messy and look dirty. Oh my god, I didn't know I would find an Elfinpsyop viewer in this chat. That's crazy, bro.
Bastardized version of a damsel in distress. Yes, the idea of a woman that finds herself in such a desperate and helpless situation and can only ever hope to get out of it thanks to the help of a man, preferably a white knight in shining armor. He would extend his hand to her, he would save her, and they would live their life happily ever after, with the man taking full credit for the woman's happiness. At its essence, this is exactly what the term girl failure means. A woman who is such a loser, someone who can't take care of themselves, that's just waiting on a man that can fix her. But when it came to Elfin, she wasn't just a girl failure, she also happened to be someone who was very mentally ill and severely alcoholic. But don't take my word for it. This is how she would introduce.
Hello, new people. I'm Elfin. I'm a loser, girl failure, or whatever. God, it's so it's making me cringe. God, dude, I fucking hate when people are proud of their fucking mess. I hate when people are proud to be losers. Okay, like that's an ick. Okay, dude. There's a one thing to be like, dude. I'm sorry, but if you struggle with like, let's say cleaning or whatever, or like struggle to like take showers or something, you do know that there's a feeling of shame to do that kind of stuff, right? Like, let's say you're struggling with depression and you feel like, okay, if anybody else, like, if anybody relates to this, that when you struggle with depression, you feel even if you can't help it and you can't help yourself and whatever, there's a feeling of shame that is undescribable when you're not able to take care of yourself. You get soft-locked, you get stuck in your room, you can't get out of bed, you get genuinely, you feel shame for not being able to do the things you want to do, right? Yes. You know what I'm talking about. Because I went through it. And it's fucking shameful because like you can't do the things that you want to do. You see everybody having fun and you're stuck in your room and you can't do anything, right? Seeing this is so performative. So if you know how that feels like, and you know how that feels like to not be able to clean your room, or like you see things getting so much messier and hoarding and etc., etc. This is so performative to be proud of it. Nobody's actually genuinely proud of it. We're proud to get better. We're proud to like finally fix those things. We are okay to talk about it, whatever, right? I'm okay with talking about it because like I know that other people deal with it too, and I just want to know that let you know that like it's fine, it's okay to struggle with it, but nobody's proud of it, right? I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud to like struggle with taking showers sometimes or something like that. I'm not proud to be not able to like take care of myself, but it's something where you just have to go through it. It's okay. Everybody goes through it as well. Other people do it. Other people do. Other people don't, and it's fine. But to be like performative of like a loser or something like that, or like so proud of it to make your whole branding a girl failure or something is so performative and such a fucking grifter thingy. Is so cringe. It's so cringe. Like, bro, I'm a cute buck. The only people that will find this like remotely attracted to this, I'm sorry, it's true, but you're also a loser. And that's true. Making up your persona is insane because you know what it is? You just like feeling like you can fix her, right? You like feeling like, oh my God, she is such a mess. She's such a fucking loser. I fucking love that she's a loser because I'm a loser. You can see yourself in her in a way that like whatever. And that's why it sold. That's why she did well. That's why she had 100,000 followers. She literally sells this kind of like look towards like some guys that are like really bad or whatever that can finally feel like they could actually get her, right? So she sells the fact that she can like, oh my God, look guys, she's gooning through the chat, like, bro, she fucking loves me. I actually might have a chance. And it's pandering towards those fucking losers that think that they could like have a chance to date the streamer and like that. And she's pandering towards those things that is just so fucking annoying. It's annoying to see because it's such mental illness.
Herself to people who would find her account on Twitter. Hello, new people. I'm Elfin. I'm a loser. In parentheses, girl failure.
Okay, I'm gonna... What the f***? I was with her from the start. Oh my God, please. You know she lived literally absolutely the same. Okay, I'm gonna try to be as easy to explain as possible. You said that she only acts that way, and then you said Asmongold, at least he doesn't act the way he really is, but I could tell you, we saw her place and she did hand cam streams, and she never only acted that way. She really was. I understand that you hate that behavior, and I know it's wrong and bad, but it was never liar or only acted as a girl failure. I want to say, I'm gonna be quiet now. Get some help, okay? I'm gonna keep this so real. I genuinely think you need help. You genuinely need help. I know life is lonely and like getting friends is sometimes hard. And if you think that, and if you genuinely take the time to watch that shit, I'm so sorry. Please have some self-respect. What the f, bro? Yeah.
Whatever. Stinky elf federal
Jesus.
agent. I love bugs and I've got bruises. I'm a very messy person, tired, and a massive alcoholic. My interests are conspiracy theories.
Also, by the way, she wouldn't want you. You're not white. You're probably not white. I'm sorry to say, but she loves white men. She's pandering towards white men who think like whatever. You're probably not even white yourself. Let's be real. She hates you.
Astronomy, military history, and coding. I'm also extremely
See you within 6 months.
Post retarded rants while drunk.
Team
Wow,
Flower
what a flattering
Demea.
introduction. I can totally see how she needs a white knight to save her from her predicament. But other than her making alcohol her entire personality and being a very clear example of what a pick-me girl is, you'd probably never guess that this person started streaming in February of 2024 and by mid-2025 had over 100,000 followers. So how the hell did she manage to become so big in such a
Nobody gives a f***. I'm from the middle Europe. I can't be more white. I don't give a f***, dude. Shut the f*** up. She doesn't want you. She has a boyfriend and you're just like watching as a cucklord.
short amount of time while having
Thinking that you can
an
have her.
extremely
Oh my
loyal
fucking
community
God.
that would practically die for her. Well, it involved a multitude
Cucky
of different
cucklord.
factors.
Jesus Christ.
One of the first factors is that she was edgy, like extremely edgy. It's as if she was competing for the edgy Olympics and wanted first place. Like this right here was a tweet of someone saying they went to the mental hospital and the nurse laughed at them for attempting to leave this planet. Right? What does Elfin do? She would quote tweet this and say, "Can I just say you deserve it if you fail at it? Like, it ain't fucking hard to kill yourself, I'm sorry." How about this tweet? "Some black people shouldn't have rights." Or this one, where she says, "So I became a Nazi, yeah, bitch, I'm the villain," showing
It's not even her gun.
a German pistol. She tried way too hard, and for the average person, this was extremely cringy. Like in this massive tweet with multiple paragraphs, she's basically saying, oh, you're saying the N-word hard R, you think it makes you based? Edgy cool? Say actual vile shit. I want more edginess. Like imagine lacking so much self-awareness that you think this is actually cool. This was as far back as November 2024, and look, it would have normally been ignored. She's not the first one to be this edgy on Twitter.
Guys, I'm sorry, but there's an audience for everything. Even if you think of the worst people, there will be an audience for everything. If you think there isn't, you're wrong. If, like, this is the reason why there's a block button for a reason. Because, like, you don't want to give anything attention to this kind of shit.
Normally, right, someone like Elfin would have never gained more than 10,000 followers. I would have never had to make a video about her to begin with. So what was really one of the main factors that put her on the map? What changed everything for her and her entire career? Well, her belly. That's right, and I wish I was making this up. I'm talking about her belly, her stomach, her abdomen. She would periodically post pictures of it on Twitter, and she would gain tens of thousands of likes. Like for example, I remember this one because I saw it on my feed. It had the caption of whatever, enjoy.
You know what's crazy? I've never had her on my For You page. I don't even know. I've never seen her username before.
So
what the fuck?
In particular, it gained 15,000 likes. Well, because she's a VTuber. I wish I was kidding. At this
classic.
point, one could call this a kink, and the Twitter algorithm rewards it heavily. Like recently, I saw a picture of cleavage on my feed. It had over 20,000 likes. I was like, what makes this cleavage so fucking interesting? I went to that person's profile and I saw they had 200 followers, but get this, they had a VTuber profile picture. That's right, the appeal that someone who is anonymous, that is too shy to show their face, is sharing skin. Elfin loved the attention this brought her, so as I said, she would post this periodically.
I'm surprised they didn't do an OnlyFans. I feel like she should have just like made an OnlyFans and made money from that. What? I'm surprised. Like,
and every time she would gain so much attention on her profile. It's insane. But it doesn't simply end here. After the horny guys would follow her because she has a nice looking belly, they'd start seeing her other tweets, her girl failure tweets, where she would say things like, I'm 20, I've never had a boyfriend,
she even lied about her relationship. Doesn't she even have I'm pretty sure somebody said in chat that she has a boyfriend, right? Faking the virgin, faking not having a boyfriend, faking never kissing somebody, faking never being f***ed. Jesus Christ. God.
I'm a virgin,
Easy farm.
I've never kissed, fucked, or anything before. I hate myself so much, this is such a terrible situation.
In my opinion, I'm gonna say something. I'm completely okay with people making their private life private. Completely. I'm okay. I don't give a f. If you want to like say that your relationship status will always be private, I'm okay with that. I sincerely, I think it's really like odd to care about somebody's private life if they're not open about it, right? Okay, but here's the thing. I don't like liars though. If you want to keep your thingy private, just at least don't say you're single. I don't like lying. I think it's okay to keep things private, but don't like straight lie. I don't like straight lying.
I'm 20. I've never had a boyfriend. I'm a virgin. I've never kissed.
Just don't ever talk about it. Like literally, if you don't want to say that you're not single, just don't ever talk about it. Literally, if you don't ever want to talk about your relationship, just ignore people like asking. Just say like, oh, I hate that question. And move on. Like you don't have to lie about anything.
So much. This is such a terrible situation. Look at this post, for example. Legit just gooned and it looked exactly like this. I'm f***ing literally her. I stink right now.
Why is it liked? Mujin. Mujin, why is this liked?
I'm gonna kill myself. I'm so upset. I wish I fucking had real life friends. I should be out hanging out at a bar right now. This post, posted on December 14th, 2024, would have
Mujin,
over 2.9
liked and bookmarked is crazy.
And 85,000 likes, as well as 1,000 comments and 28.
To be fair, this has nothing to do with her normal. Like people who like and bookmark this are usually just like they probably don't even know about her and don't even take the time to follow her.
1,000 bookmarks. This is one of the most pathetic posts you can imagine, and there it is, going viral. She'd post something like this every single day. And it all goes back to the whole damsel in distress phenomenon that I was talking about earlier. She was a VTuber who only had male interests. She was edgy, racist, and seen as based by some people, and she had a nice looking belly, which makes people's imaginations run wild.
Not soon, with knowing how her alcoholicness will like change her body soon.
They think if it looks that
Not
good, then her
soon.
face must look amazing too, the rest of her body as well. But the cherry on top is that even though she's all these things, she also happens to be a girl failure. She's someone who hates her life. She has no friends, she lives alone in the UK as a student, and the cherry on top was that she was a virgin, guys. She was pure. A witch could use her
she's
tears to make
pure.
a potion. And she was just waiting for the right guy to fix her and wife her up. She understood this very well. But even though this was all a very elaborate plan to begin with, she still managed to take it to a very worrying next level. And that would be when you would take the next step to join her Discord. Her Discord is exactly what you would expect. Elfin would spend a worrying amount of time on there. She was practically chronically online, and anyone could pretty much talk to her. Most conversations revolved around two things. The first one being about racism, and the second...
She is worse than just a gooner bait, but rather she tries to tug on your empathy that she is a sad and hates herself and is lonely. That is what makes me dislike her the most.
Jesus Christ.
Second one being about her being a massive...
Guys, this is the reason why the chatter in this chat used to say like, I know her. You could literally see that, no? The chatter that was in this, I don't remember his username, but like, bro, that's the reason why you'd see him saying like, dude, guys, I know her when she started, dude. I know her. Oh my God, bro. That is so sad.
Gooner. Here you can see someone saying, Elfin's been mostly quiet on the server today because she's embarrassed about how hard she was horny posting while drunk last night. To which Elfin replies, we're not talking about that. A viewer would say, you gonna call her a good girl or is that just for you? Elfin would say, me. And an amazing example right here, someone saying, Elfin, do you choke yourself? And Elfin replying with, yeah. It was pretty much a server just to worship her and hope that she'll be
Seven, I think her 14 months.
3C.
So she makes this her content but doesn't make an OnlyFans? That's crazy to me.
See her say obscene things that she couldn't even post on Twitter. Like, for example, if I had to f a dog, it'd be a husky. I genuinely don't know like what to say about that, dude. Like, I genuinely, I mean, I'm speechless, but I wish things ended here. Elfin would take this parasocialism that she had built in her Discord server to a level that no other VTuber had ever taken it to, especially if they were the same size and influence. During her career, she would post over 11 different audios of her literally gooning with a vibrator. And get this, she wouldn't like post them in a private channel with her top donators or whatever. No. She would post it in...
I think she's just really much like, no, like, yeah, she's performative and shit like that. But like, I think that she's genuinely lonely though. I don't think that's a lie. I think genuinely she as well loves the attention that she gets from, you know, the chat or something. You know what I mean? She yearns for the attention. She's a pick me. She wants men to pick her and stuff like that. She wants like somebody to like, she sells it, but at the same time, like, no, she's genuinely like lonely, dude.
General in the channel that anyone who joins the server has access to. Now look, I'd love...
She loves the form of the
for you to listen to this clip in particular because it is so ridiculous, but you can literally hear a vibrator in the background, okay? So instead, I'll reenact the first 10 seconds. For you because it is one of the most bizarre things I've ever heard in my entire life, and I mean that. She goes, in the most like lolly voice possible. Then she says, if there's any Slavic guy out there that wants to marry me and kill N-words hard R, I want to murder all N-words hard R. And I'm telling you, during the whole thing, you can hear a vibrator going bzzz in the background. Like, bro,
what the fuck?
What are we doing here? Like, what is my life? What the fuck is this? That already tells you a lot about who this person is, right? And of course, if you were to confront her about this, she'd say, oh, I don't remember. I was drunk. I'm an alcoholic. It's my entire personality. And now you might be making the mistake of
Jesus
thinking,
Christ.
all right, I get it. I get why she had so many followers and I get why she made so much money. And I mean, buddy, do you really think I was going to let you go that easily? No, because now the fun begins. What do you do when you have an army of 100,000 military-aged men who willingly...
I wouldn't say military-aged men. I think she probably has a lot of like... I genuinely think it's a lot of not even like... I don't think so.
Castrated their balls to worship you.
I think they're very young.
You start reaching deep into their pockets by suicide baiting. Tweets like this wouldn't be an uncommon find with Elfin, saying things like, genuinely want to kill myself.
Dude, I'm gonna say it. People who suicide bait are people who just need attention so fucking hard that they would do anything just to get it. Like, bro, I've met, I think everybody will meet somebody like this in their lifetimes. You will. You know what I'm talking about. The people who genuinely aren't actually like that, like sad, they just need attention so fucking bad that they will like fake it. And it's sad because like, bro, real people who do need help, it's harder sometimes to take them seriously because of people like this that would farm it so fucking hard. It's so manipulative and it's so disappointing because like, dude, you know what I'm talking about, right? Everybody meets somebody like this in their lifetime and you have to learn the hard way to finally like stop talking to somebody like this. It's you get like you feel bad. Okay, this is the timeline. You make friends with somebody, they start trauma dumping to you about how much they are depressed or something, and then they
Hi, Deme. How
they will
are
say,
you? Happy New Year.
They will say that they want to kill themselves and stuff like that, and et cetera, and you think they're genuinely seriously because like, dude, who the would joke about that, right? And then you try to help. You're staying up 5 a.m. in this night because you just are genuinely worried about them. And then next day they act as if it never really happened, and they're like, "Oh no, that this happens." And then they like literally do that again and again and again until you're so tired from it, and you realize that they're not actually genuinely serious and they're not actually even depressed at all. They just really like your attention of you being worried about them. They just want you to be worried about them. They like the idea of you caring about them so much that you don't like it. It's very extremely manipulative and it's so fucking tiring. It is so insane. It is genuinely emotional blackmail that they just want your attention, and it's sad.
Or how about this post on her Discord saying, I just got charged like $1,800 about as tax. I'm literally exempt from paying that. Since she's a student in the UK, they just plainly took my money for my tuition and I have to pay rent soon, like a year's worth. I'm gonna actually fucking kill myself. She would then talk about how depressed she is and unmotivated and oh my god, I need to earn rent. Even though, as you might guess, none of this was actually true. She'd keep this lie going on other platforms too, saying, I'm getting kicked out my apartment soon if I don't pay for a whole year up front. Time to find a new house or go homeless, I guess. Streaming from under a bridge. Fuck. Now get this. She'd say, does anyone...
Hate to say this, but she's a very definition of an attention whore. Yeah.
Want to buy my blanket I used to hump every day for money. I need money for rent. Thanks. Now look, most people, if they tweet something like this, they'd be laughed at. Maybe people will think, oh, they're just joking. As I had mentioned already, Elfin had an army of 100,000 men who castrated themselves just to worship her. So what do you think actually happened? She got offers. Someone would say, actual? Question mark? Offer? Question mark? Elfin would reply with $1,000 runes, to which someone would say, PayPal or Venmo. She had these guys wrapped around her finger, and she knew that. She'd somehow always end up being short on money no matter how much people donated, and at some point would even open commissions.
Of course, dude. Are you serious? Of course a girl like this would like pretend to be poor. Let's be real.
Yeah, well, it turned out that her commissions were her just finding a Japanese artist, stealing their art, and then adding small modifications and making it her own. But her fans didn't care. Listen, she was a girl failure. She wasn't perfect. Yeah, she did some weird things, but don't worry. They'll be the one to fix her.
Classic.
So chill. Elfin had essentially done what no other edgy VTuber could have ever hoped to achieve. She said some of the most vile, racist shit known to mankind, all while having a massive army of simps supporting her. God, I mean, she must have felt invincible, like she could do anything, like she was untouchable, and to be honest, she was. But that was, of course, until her entire world crumbled right before her very eyes, all due to someone she thought she could trust. On December 4th, 2024, I'd release a video titled How This Entitled VTuber Lost Her Career Overnight. It would talk about Gunpei, an extremely edgy VTuber that had 1/10 of the audience Elfinpsyop has.
Okay.
You see, someone made a fan-made plushie of her and wanted to sell it. She had a complete crash out and started being racist towards them. The entire VTuber community rallied against her.
What the f***?
And instead of apologizing, she doubled, tripled, then quadrupled down. It was very embarrassing and humiliating just for about anyone who had self-awareness. Now, after my video would come out, some people would...
A classic. But gotta make the VTuber also look very dead inside. put the tiredness eyes. Yes. The eye bags. Yes. Yes. I love looking like a failure and tired and like, look guys.
Take it upon themselves to investigate her further. What they'd end up finding is a very, and I mean very, parasocial community. You couldn't even...
I, however, like when a model has this toggle on. I do like that though. I like it. I'm not gonna lie. I just don't like it when it's their whole personality to be like whatever. But I do like that toggle. I do like the eye bag toggle. I like that. But if it's your whole design, I'm gonna think something of you. But if there's a toggle and that's not your whole design, and it's like a, guys, I'm feeling tired today, and then you have like a tire toggle. Ooh, love that. I love that so much. Like the mascara running down more. Yes.
Join her Discord server
I like that.
if there was any doubt that you were.
I just don't like it when it's her whole personality though. That's what when you have a tire toggle and like the eye bag toggle, I like it. But if it's your whole personality. Yeah, being tired is a state, not a personality. Exactly, bro. Exactly.
Woman, Gunpei would immediately ban you and say that she doesn't want any other man in her server to give attention to any other woman but herself. She essentially acted as everyone's girlfriend, but it went way beyond that. If you sent her a picture of your sausage, yes, your straight up genitalia in DMs, instead of blocking you like 99.99% of women, she would instead give it a rating. She'd compliment it. She'd write a paragraph about it. Yeah, trust me, I was shocked too.
What happens if you have an ugly dick? Will she be? Do you think that she'll be honest about it? If you had like an ugly cock, do you think that she'll be honest about it, or do you think that it'll be like a 10 out of 10 always? Like, oh, a 9. Do you think that she'll actually say like genuine rating that she thinks?
Anyone could essentially DM her anything, and she was chronically online in her Discord. This is
the only person that I would trust for a pure dick rating would be a dommy mommy. Okay, not some person that's like they don't need money from streaming or something. You know what I mean? The only like, am I wrong for that? I'm right though. I'm literally right.
I know this already sounded familiar to you when it came to Elfin, but it went deeper than that. Gunpei had another account by the name of Zuba.
I wouldn't trust a VTuber for an honest opinion.
But
period.
Then one day, posted an image of her in a bikini, specifically showcasing, yeah, you guessed it, her belly. That tweet would get over 25,000 likes. And that's when she would decide to make a VTuber, knowing she can take full advantage of that. And she did. She was practically invincible. That whole backlash about her being racist, my video coming out, nothing affected her at all. But her career still somehow ended. You know why? Well, it turned out she had a boyfriend. When you tell your community that you're their collective girlfriend, and that turns out you had a boyfriend behind the scenes, you lose all your fans. It's just that simple. When this was revealed, she would scrub her YouTube channel, delete her Discord server, and...
A boyfriend? After I spent thousands of dollars of her? After she gooned to me? After she said, like, we would kill... Like, dude, are we... Like, bro. I can't believe people are so f***ing stupid enough to believe that she isn't, like, some fake motherfucker in Twitter.
Deactivate her Twitter account. She would briefly reactivate it later and sell her entire model and assets for around $2,200. It would somehow get bought by a viewer of mine. I hope he's enjoying the model. And that was that. It wasn't her racism. It wasn't her weird attitude. It wasn't her being an unlikable person that canceled her. It was simply her having a boyfriend.
Oh, surprise, surprise. When you literally farm degeneracy online and literally the idea of like being able to date you and everything, and then guess what kind of viewers are you gonna get? What kind of people are you gonna get? Oh, surprise, people who only care about you being single or quote unquote pure. Surprise.
When you're parasocial, you're invincible unless you're lying to your community. That's the one taboo rule you can't break. What's really funny is that she would go as far as trying to reinvent herself, creating a new VTuber identity in May of 2025.
Oh, dude, I swear to God, the amount of like canceled VTubers I see that go like, guys, I'm gone from the internet, I'm gonna be gone, and then I see like a new VTuber out of nowhere that has like kind of the same voice.
And in just the span of like a couple of months, people would discover that there was a lot of similarities between Gunpei and this new Mirio Maki. On July
the new VTuber appears after a month after, literally.
She would post an explanation apologizing for her past behavior, and she hasn't posted or streamed since then. Now you would think that since her and Elfin shared so many similarities back when
They
her
probably hate each other. Pick me people don't like other girls doing the same thing. They think that they're better. Like, oh no, I'm more racist. Oh no, I'm more like my belly's more prettier than yours. Like they fucking hate each other.
controversy was happening, Elfin would have maybe came in and defended her. I mean, Gunpei wasn't even saying half the edgy
Of course she's gonna defend her. Excuse me, like
shit
duh.
said on her feed, right? So come on. Surprisingly though, okay, it's not really a surprise.
Of course she's gonna defend that. She's probably literally hiding the fact that she has a boyfriend as well.
Elfin would join the dogpiling, saying, "Oh my god, my based racist chuba, ooh, it's only funny when they say unintentionally and not in an active effort to harm/insult someone. When did we lose sight of what's actually funny?" So
Who is she trying to pander to? I don't like, did she lose the sight of like, did she lose her sight? What's going on? Who is she trying to like, who is she pandering towards?
look, this tweet makes absolutely
She's losing the
zero
plot.
fucking sense, okay? This is just Elfin being the typical pick-me, seeing that someone's being hated and trying to profit off of it. How? Well, it's simple. Gunpei had a lot of parasocial fans, so Elfin clearly wanted some to come to her community instead. But above all, she
Demi, you're unironically right about that. I'm more racist.
wanted you to know that she wasn't a grifter, okay? She was a real girl failure. She was somehow taking the moral high ground. I'm not fake like you, okay? I'm authentic. I'm as real as it gets, and I know what I'm doing. And that's the attitude she always took when she saw someone doing something similar to her and getting canceled or getting into
See? Oh my god, dude.
trouble. What's deeply ironic here, though,
Dude, I was
that
1 to
barely a few
1.
months after she was taking this moral
I was literally
high
1
ground
to
on
1.
Gunpei, someone would come out with a 51-page Google Doc about her on April 18th.
51 pages.
2025. His name was
It only had 700 likes, dude. No one gives a shit about her.
Average Bird Enjoyer. And this was significant because he was watching her from the beginning back in 2024, and he was one of her lead mods. He was always there for her, as well as always in her chat. I mean, look at this. On a scheduled stream on YouTube, there was a pinned message saying, "Elf is currently dead asleep. Potentially no stream today. We'll move to tomorrow if that's the case." The stream was still running as she was doing some sort of a donathon. It's kind of like a subathon, but it involves direct money. You'd hear some sort of a Discord ring on the stream, and Average Bird Enjoyer would come in and say, "That was me calling her to see if she'd wake up, lol." So this was someone who, as far as the community was concerned, was close to her. In fact, the guy wasn't just close, okay? He was borderline insane. At some point, Elfin would be streaming and she had a donation goal for PC funds set at $100. Average Bird Enjoyer would come in and donate. In one payment, $10,000.
What? Oh my god. How do you think that he felt when she wasn't? How do you think he felt when he found out that she wasn't even like a real racist or whatever? Like she's not even white.
Probably, and most likely because he thought he could be
Do
the
you think that he tried to refund the 10K? Don't know.
one to fix her. But here's the deal. He wasn't the only one. The document that Average Bird Enjoyer wrote was 51 pages long, and it
Oh, he was the one that wrote the document. Oh,
involved 6 people total, including himself. But are we actually going to bother diving deep into this mess? Hell no. Honestly, it's so pathetic, it's not even worth doing that. I'll just sum it up for you.
Thank
In a
you,
nutshell,
Mujan.
Average Bird Enjoyer had spent over $50,000 on Elfin in the span of like less than a year. Listen, I have to specify this. He found her when she had less than 500 followers, probably 50.
guys, imagine donating to a streamer to think that they have a chance to donate to her. And then like you're getting mod and you're like thinking like, oh my god, I'm close. I'm getting closer and closer. I know I could date her. I know I could like be the one that takes her f***ing virginity away. It's gonna be me. I'm gonna spend more and more. It's gonna be me. I know it's gonna be me. I got VIP, now I'm mod and everything, and I know I'm gonna fix her. It's gonna be me. And then finding out that she probably is doing this to like every other f***ing guy that has money, and then he finally, his like imagination of her only loving him and being the one that yoinks her from everybody is now gone.
She was not a big streamer by any means, but average bird enjoyer.
I'm so sure that's what's probably gonna happen here. Why would a mod make a literal 51 pages of whatever bullshit for her? 100% it's about him literally thinking that it was only for him. 100%. I'm gonna bet like 100 gifted subs. I know it's gonna be that.
Only be able to like be Elfin's
Yeah,
partner,
imagine that.
That they're gonna date. He thought they were exclusive to begin with. He sent her $10,000 on that stream. He hired her an editor. He got her a manager. He was willing to pay for her new VTuber model. They met up IRL and he took her to multiple Michelin star restaurants. Dude blew a fucking apartment's down payment on this girl failure. But he was the only guy who actually had to spend this much money. The other 5 guys spent almost nothing. And they got the same treatment that he got. What was that treatment, you might ask? Well, other than meeting up with her IRL
Oh my god,
and doing
Cookie
stuff,
Cookie.
she's not a virgin. I mean, who could have ever guessed that? It all would start with them messaging her, being in her Discord, right? Messaging her, and her reciprocating. She would then get in calls with them. Okay, listen. She would then get in calls with them. And as they were talking, right, they could be talking about their day, a game they're playing, whatever. She would start to flick her fucking bean, bro. She would start gooning right then and there to their voice.
I mean, I honestly, who's like surprised about that? She's literally pandering towards men who wish they would have her or something like that, right?
No warning, no nothing, dude. And then after she'd be done, she'd send them explicit pictures. These guys would, of course, be shocked. What the hell is happening, dude? And then the next day when they'd ask her about it, she'd say, oh, I don't remember anything. I was severely drunk. Please delete all my pictures. However, she'd keep doing it over and over and over. And each of these guys thought that she was being exclusive just with them when she was doing this with 6 people at the same thing. And as I said, she'd meet up with them, she'd do things with them, God knows what. But overall, she wasn't this pure virgin girl failure she was making herself out to be. That's pretty much the 51 pages in a nutshell. It also involved
51 pages of like complaining that she wasn't exclusive to him because he thought that he was. What a fucking loser. Dude. 51 pages of admitting that you spent $50,000 and shit to think that you had a chance with your fucking stupid, like, I can't believe that, man. And he probably thought that the viewers who were watching that fucking like document being like, what? No, I can't believe she'd do that to you. No, now, dude, I feel bad for him a bit. I don't, personally. I can't feel bad for people who are delusional, to be honest. Imagine being so delusional to think that, like, she's probably not, like, you think that, dude, I don't know, dude. I'm sorry, I don't. You actually have to be so fucking stupid to think that she actually likes you.
Incredible DMs like this, with Elfin saying, birdie to you, birdie you. If you just touch my noe, my puffy, it'll make me fub.
We found a Google Doce more petty than Cinder's 100 page one.
The fake drunk texting is pissing me off. I'm actually getting like really genuinely pissed off. It's like, dude, oh my god.
Kun, teal faster, winku, you know, I'm gins what good do. Average bird enjoyer would then say, translated, Elfin telling me if I touched her pussy, she'd come real fast. What am I doing?
Sometimes I feel like a loser and hear stories like these.
I know, right? Dude, sometimes I swear to God in my life, I feel like I'm not doing enough or something like that. And then I listen to these kinds of stories and I feel better about myself, like genuinely. At least I'm not like that much of a loser. Like, dude, there's actually like, I don't know what it is, but like, it really makes me realize that my life isn't really that bad, is it?
Anyway, when this document came out, Elfin
actually
was
inspirational.
Furious. She was watching her entire world crumble around her. She saw what happened with Gunpei and did not want the same to happen to her. She had been parasocial her entire career. Her entire Discord was obsessed with her. She can't have this leak. And
no, guys. I can't. No.
So she would tweet this out almost immediately, saying, I see shit like this and know for a fact that these people barely do any research and just love saying shit. I had phone sex for a couple of days or weeks with some guys. Okay, wait. Hold the phone.
Wait, she admitted to this because like I had I had phone sex for a couple days or weeks with some guys. I told all of them day one I was not into dating, and they agreed with me. Most of them don't even care about the situation. They went out of their way to message me just to say how stupid this drama was. Only Bird, another person who repeatedly tried to threaten and dox me, were emotional homosexuals. So you pretend... Okay, dude, Jesus Christ.
Days or weeks? That's a huge range. Anyway.
Days
I told
or
all of them
weeks. Okay.
One, I was not into dating, and they agreed with me. Most of them don't even care about the situation. They went out of their way to message me just to say how stupid this drama was. Only Bird and another person who repeatedly tried to threaten and dox me were...
You know what sucks about this? Her viewers probably don't give a shit about this because it showcases the fact that they are actually able to, like, if ever I type more in her chat, maybe I could, like, actually, like, hear her come for me or some bull like that.
Emotional homosexuals. Bird not only went around trying to poison my community, he actively shared information about me to other server members in an attempt to make them join his side. He went to all my mods and all my close friends in the server. People saying, oh my god, there's no evidence of Bird being a bad
Her mods sitting in their cuck chairs? Okay.
guy. First of all, 51-page expose about someone you apparently cared about as a friend, his words.
You know what's so funny? You know what's so crazy? I feel like the same kind of viewers who watch this would make fun of other people who are watching or supporting people with OnlyFans or something. But, like, I'm gonna argue that they are literally actual genuine cucklords. Other than I genuinely would respect more people who are okay and accept the fact that, like, oh my god, yeah, no, my streamer does this and I really enjoy that content. I really like it. Then people go like, oh, I have a chance, dude. She's lonely and shit and I could be the one who are, like, taking away her virginity. Like, actually, but, like, dude.
If you really wanted to help me to stop my pattern of behavior, you could discuss it with me like everything else. Just to cut her off here, something else that was mentioned in those 51 pages was...
I could do it, though.
When every single one of you guys found out what she was doing and confronted her, she would lash out. She'd get very angry and she wouldn't want to listen to a single thing they had to say, especially when they had something to say about alcohol, okay? Anyway, let's continue. But no, I only
Jesus
talked to Bird that way
Christ.
for a month. I crave validation from men. I admit I wanted compliments and I wanted attention, but he acted as if he was my dad. His friend would try to wingman and tell me I should meet Bird and just be with him. He could make my life so much better, and I straight up told him I wasn't into Bird. I have screenshots and evidence. Also, when I first started streaming and Bird came along, I was 19 at the time, extremely new to VTubing and having this much attention. He taught me everything about VTubing and keeping me in a bubble. She would then
God, this is so cringe, dude.
talk about the point of women not taking accountability, saying, motherfucker, all I've done is say I'm not a victim. I keep saying I was wrong too. Why are you just ignoring this? Oh my god, she cheated. On who? I was dating no one at the time. I never dated any of them, and I have screenshots of some of the guys saying they knew what it was. It was not dating. We had phones gooning on call. She would then make another tweet, quoting something that many people were saying, oh my god, these poor lonely men, while she replied, while they're 25 plus adults. If a 19-year-old has to be held accountable for whatever she's done, you can't possibly in good faith ignore the horrible shit these men do just cause lonely.
Wow, this is insane.
Literally live alone and talk to a total of 0 people IRL.
In my opinion, I like how she's making fun of her literal audience. Girl, you're the one who literally farmed them. What the fuck is she talking about? You're literally who made this. You literally made this happen. Like, this is like literally friendly fire. This is what you wanted. And then now that you finally got what you wanted and whatever, the fact that they like literally got mad at you for doing like some horrible shit or whatever, suddenly it's like their fault? What?
I'm fucking lonely. And look at this very sad image she posted. Oh my god, it's her crying. But guys, don't worry. As she said in her own words, she is not acting like a victim. But look, to be completely impartial here, these guys were really weird, especially Average Bird and Joyer. Look, if you go and donate $10,000 in cash right now to a top streamer, they'll fucking block you because they know that you can't be donating this much money without ulterior motives.
The only person that like donated a humongous amount to me was Trainwreck. He's still to this day like my biggest donator. And I was like, whoa. And that's the only, like, dude, I felt pretty okay with that because I knew it was Trainwreck. But if somebody, like, donated the same amount, I would get kind of worried. Genuinely. Like, there's some, like, dude, really? You've never mentioned that? Yeah, but still, like, dude, it just, you know.
This document was made on purpose to destroy her career.
In my opinion, In my opinion, I think you reap what you sow in life. You really do. You really like. She farmed them. She wanted that. She wanted this like idea of men wanting her and stuff like that. She literally caved the way of her life being the way it is, and whatever. If she's calling her viewers losers, she knows exactly what she's doing from the beginning. Then that's literally a self-report, by the way. The fact that she's saying losers to them now, she always thought that you were losers. So that's it. That was the self-report.
Isolate her and further take advantage of her by manipulating her as she was all alone, okay? The document also revealed that she's always been known as being a certain person on 4chan, someone who has had a history of sending nudes and being explicit. They'd even go as far as saying that while she was talking to these 6 different guys, she had an IRL boyfriend. It was an attempt at totally annihilating her entire reputation. At the same time, though, she refused to take any accountability. She'd say that she was groomed. Brother, you were 19 and you had continued by that point posting gooning audios on your general chat in Discord. What do you think this is? The objective conclusion to this entire drama was that everyone in this sucked ass. But no, Elfin wanted to be seen as the victim. And even though normally she should have had her career destroyed by this point, she should have been completely abandoned by her community, the opposite.
Oh my god, I call it out! You know why? It showcases that they have a chance now because that's what her audience like wanted anyway. Crash out goodie, thank you so much, 6 months in advance. Holy thank you.
Ended up happening. She again had defied all odds, and let me show
No, dude,
you
I called this
exactly
out. Like,
why.
of course this will happen.
Rima Evenstar is a VTuber who makes some very detailed video essays about the VTuber community.
Oh my god, I remember her. She made a video about me when I got I was being canceled a little bit for exploding on a VTuber on Twitter. Yeah, deserved, my bad.
A couple months after this document had dropped, she would release the video titled "She Played Her Fanbase Like a Dating Sim, The Elfinpsyop Situation," garnering over 100,000 views. In this video—
For what? Okay, TLDR, I said that streaming was easy. And a girl, like, was genuinely, like, assuming for me and that. And I was like, bro, there's no way. By the way, the reason why I blocked her was because she said that retweeting and liking fan art is so hard. Okay, I blocked her for that. And then because I blocked her, she said to me, so you can't handle another opinion? And so because she said that, I went off. And you know what? That was my mistake. I should have just ignored her. I should have just continued having her blocked. She farmed my ass. She farmed the sympathy points of whatever. Because like I went hard. And you know what? I was kind of in a way new to the scene. So people didn't know that I love talking. And I don't care who you are. I will talk to you. If you're genuinely like baiting me, I will talk to you. Anyway, TLDR, I should not have gotten rage baited by that girl. She's done it before. She has a history of doing that and whatever. And she then formed victim points from it. And she was like, oh, look at her. Look at how this big streamer is bullying a small streamer. And yeah, and she got sympathy points for that. Yeah, I fucked up. I should not have like fell for it, and I fell for it.
She would constantly be referring to Elfin as a menhera, a term for a character who is emotionally unstable and in poor mental health. They are very emotionally fragile and experience
My go got played. I got played, dude. I fucked up.
Extreme mental ups and downs and mood swings, which can make them a bit difficult to be around. They may have an unhealthy dependence on love or their partner, be a troublesome person who displays unexpected aggression and tries to dominate others, be easily hurt by the smallest of words, or have suicidal thoughts and think the world would be better off without them. And man, I don't know about you, but this perfectly describes Elfinpsyop so far, right? But Elfin was outraged. She despised that video and hated Rima to the point where she added her on Twitter and said, Rima Evenstar, I don't know why you like to spread genuinely dog shit and simply false rhetoric so easily. Maybe it's because you're a drama VTuber by name, but it's just bullshit to spread false things without confirmation. Firstly, when you made the drama video on me, you got a lot of facts wrong and didn't contact me to confirm details either. Nice journalism.
I mean, she's just like literally like, I don't think she needs to.
Now you're
Why would she have to talk to you?
Suicide baiting? To you?
Eva the Magnificent. Thank you so much, 3 months in advance.
You? I'm sorry, what?
Wait, no, 3 months of Prime. Thank you.
drama video on me during a time I was constantly drunk and not in a stable mental state would obviously fuck me up. Like, you call me menhera all the time and don't expect me to somehow crash out?
What was the definition again of manhera? It's a term for a character who's emotionally unstable and poor mental health. They're very emotional, fragile, and experience extreme mental ups and downs and mood swings that can make them be a bit difficult to be around. This can be presented as a form of a few different psychological mental disorders. They may have an unhealthy dependence on their love or their partner. Chat. Be a troublesome person who displays unexpected aggression and there's a dominant others. Be easily hurt by the smallest of words or have suicidal thoughts and think the world would be better off without them. Is this not literally her? Why is she getting so personally mad about that?
Be easily hurt by the smallest of words or have
I'm not gonna lie, this looks like a BPD fucking like...
suicidal thoughts and think the world would be better off without them. Hey man, I don't know about you, but this perfectly describes Elfinpsyop so far, right? But Elfin was outraged. She despised that video and hated Rima to the point where she added her on Twitter.
Yeah, this
and
is
said,
borderline
"Rima
for sure.
Evenstar, I don't know why you like to spread genuinely dog shit and simply false rhetoric so easily. Maybe it's because you're a drama VTuber by name, but it's just bullshit to spread false things without confirmation." Firstly, when you made the
School
drama
Corey,
video,
they got
you
3
got a lot of
months.
facts wrong and didn't contact me to confirm details either. Nice journalism. Now you're spreading shit about me suicide baiting? To you? I'm sorry, what? I think you making a drama video on me during a time I was constantly drunk and not in a stable mental state would—
It's because it removes the illusion of her being unique. That's a perfect way.
obviously fuck me up.
I have BPD. There's nothing wrong with having BPD. It's just something that you have to like genuinely work in your life, where you have to learn to manage it and stuff like that. And it's very hard for sure. I have a lot of friends with BPD, and I'm not gonna lie, it made me realize that like, I remember talking to my psych about this, and then she was like, "Oh no, I don't think you have BPD. I think you have PMDD." And I was like, "Oh." It was just because of my hormones being like messy. And I fixed my hormones and now I don't even have any of the symptoms anymore. So before my week of my period, I would get like genuine like BPD, unfortunately, like symptoms. And it was just because my hormones were absolutely f***ed. And it messed me up. But now I don't get it anymore because I fixed my hormones and it's fine now. So I'm like, oh.
You call me menhera all the time and don't expect me to somehow crash out? I was still relatively civil and only DM'd you about my issues with your video, hoping to at least get
I still have PCOS, so unfortunately.
facts straight. Believing in random people messaging you rather than the person at the center of the situation is crazy. You do not hate journalists enough. In fact, this got so bad that when Rima posted the tweet announcing the video, it would get totally brigaded by Elfin's community.
Oh my god.
102 replies, and all of them filled with insults, slurs, and an attempt to straight up character assassinate Rima, saying, "Wow, I used to watch your content, but not anymore. Wow, you're a terrible journalist. Wow, you suck at what you do," etc., etc. That's simply
Yeah,
because
right, fake motherfucker. I swear to God, as if you actually watched her. No, I swear to God, some people love lying. That's saying that they are like, you know what, Demi? I used to be a fan. No, you were not. If you were, then you would know how I am. Like, there's no shot. Bro, I swear to God, that person who said like, "Rima, I used to be a fan of yours, but I can't believe you'd say this." No. You were never a fan.
Rima saying, "Wow,
Yeah,
I used to watch
right.
your content, but not anymore. Wow, you're a terrible journalist. Wow, you suck at what you do," etc., etc. That's simply because Elfin had replied to this post and ratioed Rima, doubling her likes, simply saying that she is not a femcel. But this still doesn't explain how she was able to survive a Google Doc like this. This doesn't explain why she didn't end up like Gunpie. What happened exactly? Well, here's what her diehard fans had to say in response to her reply on Rima's post. And it perfectly encapsulates why she still had a very strong community that kept growing.
Oh, it's almost like if you farm parasocialism in a way where they think that they have a chance with you and you'll die hard defend her even if she's wrong. Crazy.
Look at this idiot. "Hey, I'd just like to say that I'm naive and emotionally vulnerable and would be easily groomed. DM me sometime." What about this dumbass? "I'd be honored to be one of your toys. Crazy they're spinning it as a forced or bad thing. Lol." So these men were so irrevocably frustrated that they realized, hey, I don't like this woman because she's a virgin. No. I like her because she's a girl failure and because she might give me a chance. If she did it—
Oh my god! I Dude, am I not an dude, I am oh my god, dude. I literally one-to-one said that, dude. I'm insane. And I'm actually genuinely insane.
With 6 different guys at the same
Pre-watch.
time. What's stopping me from DMing her and finding her in a call gooning with me? If anything, Average Bird Enjoyer's Google document backfired tremendously.
I told you, dude. Like, of course, dude. Oh my god.
It made Elfinpsyop
Hi,
seem
Macro.
way more reachable to the average viewer than they thought. So their whole fantasy, or should I say delusion, of trying to fix her, wifing her up, impregnating her, and prolonging the white race wasn't so far off. By this point, Elfin kept getting followers, kept getting viral tweets, her community kept growing, she was making more money, and her viewership was doing better than ever. She had reached over 100,000 followers, something very impressive, especially for a VTuber.
I mean, 100,000 followers is so much, but at the same time, they probably were also following not because of only her, but because of her gooning and they were just like gooners who just wanted some gooning, not because of her being a guild failure. So 100,000 is kind of like, it's hard to say when it comes to Twitter because you can probably be followed because of a specific thing, not because of all your things. Does that make sense? So like 100,000 followers is like, you know, probably from her hit tweets were about like farming like whatever thingies, and it's not like 100,000 fans. You know what I mean? It's just 100,000 people who wanted to see more gooning probably, or the potential of like whatever. It's still a lot though. Don't get me wrong. I just wonder what is the real number of her like genuine fans. I would think that like her Twitch following would actually be more showcasing of her genuine fans that like actually like watch her. In my opinion, I think that's a more like, I would love to know what was her Twitch following more than her Twitter following, because like I feel like you can garner Twitter following very easily because you could just like farm some specific
VTuber, and by this point we could easily say that she was becoming very dangerous, because in VTubing there are so many desperate people trying to make a name for themselves that they'll see what works and try to copy it. And since things were going so well with Elfin, since she was totally invincible to any criticism or controversy, someone would end up noticing how well she was doing and try to copy her, even though they had way more followers and way more influence. Her and Elfin would end up becoming friends, and then eventually enemies.
classic.
Ririgaki is a French rat VTuber who used to stream exclusively in French. Around 2024, she would start streaming more in English, and at some point, one clip from her stream would go mega viral. It went so viral that there's actually a good chance you saw this already. Watch.
Says their name. So here is broccoli with fucking dumb. Look. No brain cell. No brain.
I don't know if I know her.
Nothing. After we have here, Fruby.
I don't remember
who is
if
one of
ever I
my
do.
cutest rats too. Look. She's a Rex girl. She got curly hair. She's really cute. It's Bean. Bean is my only boy.
Aw,
But we
cute.
don't have a cuckoo yet.
I love animals so much, dude. I really want a dog. Oh my god, dude. I really want to settle down and get a dog. Oh my god, that's my dream right now. Anybody else who like sometimes like settle like wishes they could like own like, let's say like an apartment or something, or like a house? Okay, I think that's everybody actually. Sorry, my bad.
So you get the point. French girl talking about her rats, very cute.
Oh, in a
very
house, the
adorable.
dream.
It
Yeah,
would go
whatever.
mega viral. 184,000 likes on Instagram, and guys, when it came to Twitter, 12.7 million, mega viral. I'm not understating this. She would then reply to this saying, "Hi, I'm Riri, a rat girl VTuber from France. You can follow me on Twitch or join my Discord if you want, link in bio, but be warned, I'm the most hated VTuber of all France." And
I hate when people are so proud of being a fucking loser, of being hated or being whatever. Like, dude, I don't know why people are proud of being hated. Like, I don't get that era. I don't really get that. I don't get the whole like, I'm the most hated VTuber. Yeah, you're talking about the most hated VTuber right here. Yeah, nobody likes me. Like, why are you proud of that? I don't get why people are proud of that. I don't get it.
guys, she was not kidding.
chat.
When the French community saw her going viral, they were livid. They saw how viral she was going with the English-speaking community, and they did their best.
Wait, why is she getting hated for like showcasing her rats? Wait, was I not paying attention to the video? I think I was not paying attention to the video. I don't get what. Wait, sorry.
Ririgaki is around 20. Go. Watch.
Says their name. So here is broccoli.
Yeah, broccoli.
With fucking dumb.
Broccoli.
Look. No brain cell. No brain, nothing. After we have here, Fruby, who is one of my cutest rats too. Look, she's a Rex girl. She got curly hair. She's really
Curly
cute.
hair.
It's Bean. Bean is my only boy.
Oh,
But he
Bean.
don't have a cocoon yet.
All right, so you get the point. French
Okay.
girl talking about her rats, very cute, very adorable.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it would go mega viral. 384.
Okay, I don't see the,
million
issue
views,
there.
134,000 likes.
She's
It was
a
practically on
Nazi-based
everyone's feed,
racist?
and everyone was talking about it.
Oh, okay. I may have missed that. Sorry. Let me watch the video actually.
If you told someone, hey, did you see the French rat girl? They'd say, yes, I saw it on my feed. It went mega viral. I'm not understating this. She would then reply
Maybe
to
I
this
just missed
saying,
that. My
"Hi,
bad.
I'm Riri, a rat
I
girl
just saw I'm the most hated VTuber in all of France. I thought that she was just like fucking like proud of being hated. My bad, dude. My bad.
VTuber from France. You can follow me on Twitch or join my Discord if you want. Link in bio. But be warned, I'm the most hated VTuber of all France. And guys, she was not kidding. When the French
Her boyfriend was brown, so the chuds got upset. I'm telling you, man. I swear to God, most of these fucking VTubers are so performative it hurts. Like they like to form the whole racist shit and whatever and then indoors or whatever, they're literally like, bro.
community saw her going viral, they were livid. They saw how viral she was going with the English-speaking community, and they did their best to show them who she truly was. This person, for example, would say, maybe because you're a lolicon and you think Hitler is cool and you're overly annoying, you force your voice to sound like a kid, your response to saying the N-word is I hate everyone equally, look at yourself stuttering in your own f***ass tweet. Okay, so very brief lore dump on this bitch because there's no information in English on her. She used to be known as Riri Meow, and her whole content revolved around porn. Still does, but it was worse then. She was retweeting lolly porn, had a Discord server with tons of minors, etc, etc. They'd also link some edgy tweets she made in the past, like top 5 reasons racism is bad, and then the next picture is thanks for watching, so implying that racism isn't bad. Here's the deal though. Riri's defense on Twitter would be, guys, French people doxed me. They sent police at my house. Yes, they swatted me. And they harassed me at IRL conventions. All for this, for my edgy jokes, for being a lolly. All of a
Surprise, surprise, if you're a f***ing bad person and you're gonna be, I don't know, dude.
sudden, French people looked evil. And it doesn't take much to convince someone that French people are evil, okay? The French would argue, well, look, there's these videos on YouTube that expose her, go watch those things instead. Okay, cool. Here's a video titled, The Worst French Streamer, Ririgaki, with over 448,000 views. Oh hey, here's another one, saying the worst French streamer, Riri Meow, with over 245,000 views. I watched both of them in full, in the native language of French, and I can tell you right now, this is what they said in a nutshell. Number 1, she's edgy and she made Nazi jokes, okay? And number 2,
Jesus.
she's a lolly. In fact, most of these 2 videos were criticizing her for being a lolly, that she was playing this childlike character, how she was speaking with a childlike voice, and how she was overall just cringe.
Okay, I'm gonna have a take, and I know a lot of my viewers will like, you know, not really like whatever. I personally don't have an issue with lolly. I have an issue when you sexualize lollies. I think it's fine to think that lollies are cute. I just don't like when you sexualize them, personally. I don't like it. I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't like it, dude. I don't like it. But if you want to have an avatar, like let's say like you know what I mean? I that's my take. I'm okay with you wanting like a lolly VTuber or whatever. But man, if you start sexualizing that lolly shit, I'm unfollowing, dude. I can't watch that shit. I'm sorry, but I can't. I can't.
But here's the deal. For the English-speaking community, this only proved one thing. French people, when it came to VTubing, were completely and utterly out of their depth. VTubing originated from Japan, and this whole lolly
so that's why. Okay, I was watching. Remember, Saray. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. If I'm saying it wrong, I'm so sorry. I was watching she's also French. I'm pretty sure. Saray, yeah. And then I was watching her, and then she was like, "There's the reason why I don't." Sorry, I should not copy the French accent. Sorry, I don't know why I did that. Sorry. Okay, anyway, dude. The reason why I don't. I'm sorry, dude. I like the French accent. I probably like the French accent. I think it's nice. Anyway, she was like saying the reason why I don't cater towards French people is because they're normies. Like they were saying like normies, and I was like, okay, Sheeshers. Anyway, but I was like watching it, and then now, oh my god. Ah, I see.
On culture originated from there too. For people who actually watched VTubers, it was totally normal. It doesn't matter if you think.
God, have you seen her tracking? Dude, by the way, I always like I've been like trying to save up for that tracking since like a year ago. I technically have the money for it, but the only reason stopping me is because I don't actually have a room for myself. I really don't.
Lolicons are weird, right? I mean, I think it's a very reasonable take to think that. But when your thumbnail is Ririgaki with the word pedophile on top of it, you start losing a lot.
Actually, you know what? I just realized I don't know.
People from your side. As time passed by, French people were seen as more and more unreasonable. This is not.
Meanwhile, Deme using a British accent. I feel like I've heard the British accent so much that I don't mind doing it, even if I'm shit at it. I don't care.
Worth swatting over. This is not worth doxing over. You'd see pictures like this of a French person saying lolicon equals pedophile, with Ririgaki quote tweeting saying, "Don't cry, I'm just a drawing." The typical drama you'd find in English-speaking communities too, and typically VTuber watchers would always defend someone like Riri, so they were totally out of their depth here. They'd keep trying to prove that she was problematic, showing her using GIFs saying "settle down" N-word hard R, and also showcasing how she had a role on her Discord called Rotten Waffen, a play on words on the Waffen SS, otherwise known as the Waffen Schutzstaffel, a division in the German army during World War II. Their efforts again proved ineffective.
Okay, what a fucking loser.
And the final straw would be when they would show this image of Riri when she was streaming with Facecam, apparently doing the, German salute from World War II. Well, you even had Asmongold reacting to it. And he concluded, as well as others, that she was simply adjusting her webcam. Guys, you're trying way too hard to make her look bad. Come on. This was seen as so crazy in the English-speaking community that even...
Oh my god. Look, Riri, no comment, no retweet, no like. Yo, that f***ing blocked them.
went out of her way.
Whoever took that screenshot is blocked.
Cancelled by French people. By this point, Ririgaki was followed directly by Asmongold on Twitter, and she had the entire English-speaking community backing her up. She was treated horribly by the French community, but now she got given a second chance straight from the heavens. However, here's the problem. I don't know if it was the language barrier or just the fact that she's probably mentally ill, but Ririgaki completely misunderstood what this second chance meant. She thought that she now could finally get away with anything.
Oh no. What could be worse than that?
She could say anything, do anything, and she'd have a community here to back her up always. When in reality, this wasn't the case at all. What actually happened was that she got a second chance, got a new community, and they were hoping that French people were exaggerating. They were hoping that she was going to genuinely redeem herself. And as you might have guessed, this could not have been further from the truth. Shortly after getting this incredible second chance, she would increase the racist and edgy rhetoric.
Bro, this is so performative. Why does she keep... Dude, this is so like... Guys, I'm not gonna lie. Please, for the love of God, I will think that you're an automatic loser if you actually do this unironically. If you do this unironically, the whole like stutter thingy, like, yeah, hello. Oh my God, and you're writing that shit down? F you, dude. Like, man.
By 1,000%. All while adding that to a cancerous cocktail of politics. Some say French quote-unquote people, what the fuck is wrong with your country?
Dude, if you do it ironically, I could tell. But if you do it unironically, and you think you're cute for doing that,
to which Ririgaki would say, immigrant and African. Here's another tweet with a lot of views and a lot of likes. Saw a Jew for the first time in my life yesterday. I always thought they were all extinct. Here's her comparing Nazis to trans people. I mean,
God, why do trans people always like get brought up when they're not even the topic or some shit? I swear to God, I see that so much. Like somebody's saying something about politics, and then for some reason trans people are gonna be like talked about. What? I don't get it, dude. They're always catching strays when they're literally not doing anything. I don't get it.
With the only difference being
it's like rent-free.
One has impressive taste in clothing and the other one being promoted by the US government. She'd have a tweet saying, "Can I be called a white rat supremacist? I love white rat." And when Kanye West would say, "I'm a you know what," she would quote tweet this with an image of an anime girl raising her hand. So as I said, she completely misunderstood the very simple thing she had to do. Just keep...
I have to take a piss so f***ing bad, but all of these photos in the background are horrible, and I don't want this to be like, I don't want AFK on this shit, you know?
Talking about your rats, woman. Just keep being cute. But no, she had over 130,000 followers at this point, and she was taking a page right out of Elfinpsyop's playbook. Probably the worst thing you can do. But hey, it seemed like they were getting along very nicely. Ririgaki would say, "Can you teach me how to be cute, please?"
Oh my
And Elfin would reply,
god!
"You're already so kawaii desu." It seemed like the 100,000 castrated men who followed Elfin just had another girl failure join the mix. And they were getting along. Not only did they increase their odds of maybe...
Okay, but do you want to spot a real racist without being performative or whatever? Is if they don't even have like anything to gain from it. Like, you know, those like Twitter profiles with like no profile picture in Twitter. Their whole content is just like farming or whatever. They're not they're not here for the fame, bro. They're just here for the absolute game of like just being racist or some bullshit like that. They do it for the love of the game. No blue check, no nothing. No fame, no nothing or whatever. I swear to God, they're like oh man, in my opinion, they're both bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that one person is better than the other. They're both bad. I'm just saying that I think it's so cringe to be so performatively racist or like, I don't know. It's just so, there's something like, I don't know, man. It's just so weird to see that.
be fixing another woman and marrying her too. But now maybe they could look forward to them collabing together, right? Oh my God, isn't that awesome? Well, I'm sure it would have been. But then some people decided to dig into Ririgaki's past when she used to be Riri Meow and produced adult.
All right, let's see it.
Riri never produced any explicit
I agreed with Demi.
content. It was mostly centered around thighs and feet. And while yes, this was enough for people to call her a whore and all sorts of things, this is simply who she used to be. And for the most part, I mean, people loved it. Oh my God, a girl failure and making stuff like this? It's like Elfin posting her tummy. What else do you want? But as these castrated guys were looking through her different images, they noticed something interesting, particularly in one image set of three
What
images.
is it?
You see, she'd have a photo set where she wore non-matching thigh highs.
Okay.
Everything looked normal, right? On this picture, on the other picture, until you got to the third
What?
picture, in which we can very clearly see a black guy's hand grabbing her left
Ron and Akira, I think it's
Now
a
look,
tier
normally
1.
this wouldn't be an issue. I would hope that it's never an issue. But saying that Ririgaki would tweet out every other day how France and Paris is getting ruined by immigrants and more specifically Africans, her new, let's say, community
Of course. Felt like it's a 13
too
months.
happy about this. In fact, they were furious.
This reminds me of that fucking movie. What was it? It's the one where oh dude, who's that guy from no. Like it reminds me of Avatar, don't get me wrong. But like it was a movie with who's that actor that only dates like 20-year-olds in the moment they become 25. It was one battle after another. And I don't know, man. I think this reminds me of the like ICE police that would date like a Filipino or some bullshit, or some like minority or some bullshit. It's always them, isn't it?
It seemed like no matter how much Ririgaki disliked African
It's like the
immigrants,
same kind of
she
principle.
still couldn't resist the BBC. I mean, this is just so funny to me. It was treated like this leak, this thing that no one could have ever predicted.
It's reverse what I'm following. You get what I'm trying to say, right? You get what I'm trying to like. You see what I'm imagining? It's like literally the same thing.
When in reality, on her own
What did
wiki
he say?
about this. In fact, they were furious. It seemed like no matter how much Ririgaki
Of course, guys, the only way to ruin a reputation of a girl that's pandering towards like racist and like fucking like really, really crazy 4chaners or some bullshit is actually number one, them not being white, or number two, them having a boyfriend in real life. Number three, them actually having a boyfriend that's not even white.
he disliked African immigrants, she still couldn't
Never ask the caller if a white supremacist their boyfriend or girlfriend. It's always like that though, isn't it?
resist the BBC. I mean, this is just so funny to me. It was treated like this leak, this thing that no one could have ever predicted, when in reality, on her own wiki page, you can see that in 2023, she made some guy called Euro, who happened to be a VTuber, her boyfriend. And when you checked out his model, his model was black. But no, it was a betrayal. How dare she? And she suffered the wrath of her own community. She had pretty much stabbed herself with a knife she forged herself. It was official. She was a grifter.
I heard the BBC joke, dude. Come on.
Someone who didn't believe in anything she was saying and was only doing it purely for her own benefit. Someone would say, if you can't see the grift in tweeting racist shit, then race mixing.
Oh, surprise, surprise that the VTuber grifters are actually grifters. Hi, Pez, like a 7 months, and Sir Games, thank you so much for Prime. Who's surprised, honest to God?
All while hating immigrants, then I don't know what to tell you. To which she would say, bro thinks all French people are all white like snow, lol, we have an island. Actually, the French have multiple islands, like Corsica, Guadeloupe, République, but this didn't matter at all in the grand scheme of things. As she was getting attacked pretty much daily at this point, with her own community turning against her, she would try to quell the flames by becoming even more edgy somehow, and saying, next cosplay I'm doing,
Jesus
lolly Hitler.
Christ.
This would prove to be nothing more than a pathetic attempt at recovering the community that was turning on her.
I like how, dude, Mujin is just yapping, bro. Like, actually, like, dude, this is about Elfinpsyop or whatever her name is. And then, like, bro, we are in a segment of another VTuber for like 30 minutes.
Because very shortly
love it, dude.
afterwards, she would get suspended.
The side story of the main
from
story.
Twitter by
Bart
mass
Tag, thank you so much
reporters
for
who
tier
just so
1.
happened
Welcome
to be
in.
people who were pissed that she was dating a black guy. And the cherry on top would be her also getting
But
suspended.
no, this is
What
the
will
same
you
thing.
do
It's the
when the
same
video
thing,
comes out
though.
about your scamathon?
What? It's the same thing, though. Literally, it's the same thing. It's just the whole, like, it's very obvious when people are being literal fake-ass motherfuckers online, because they will change your opinions the moment that it becomes convenient to them. I'm telling you, man.
From Twitch. In her own Discord, she'd say, hi, I got banned from Twitter and Twitch again because of a big campaign of harassment and cancel culture. I did a tweet on my alt account if you want to RT, I don't know what. I'm tired. I really hope to die. Here we go with the baiting again. I don't know, I don't want to let my haters win, but I'm really too tired. 4 years of all this is too much. You can follow my new account if you want, linking her Clips account and saying, I don't know if I'll be back one day, I'm really tired. She would then post a statement on that account, saying, if you didn't see it, my main account was mass reported from Twitter haters because some of them believe that I'm a Nazi and the others are mad that I'm not.
Some of them believe that I'm a Nazi. So when it's convenient to them, they will change their ideology. Guys, I wasn't being racist. I was having a joke. Hey guys, I wasn't actually being a Nazi. It was a joke. You guys don't understand. It's this edgy joke. It's edgy humor. But when it's convenient to them, to farm it, when it's convenient to them, they will change their outlook. They will change their stance when it's convenient. Always when it's convenient, dude. It's just, my God. It's always like that. I swear to
I
God.
love it. Seeing people this mad and obsessed by a little rat girl proves to me that
Guys, you guys are being obsessed with me. You are part of the problem. What the f***?
really the only person here. You are part of the problem if you think that everybody I don't like is Hitler, being racist is good, or VTubers shouldn't have a boyfriend. I'm going to take a little break from Twitter while waiting for my appeal to be accepted. Thank you all for the support. I love you a lot. I have an incredible community and lots of kind people who support me. I'm never going to kneel down in front of horrible humans, and I'm never going to let them cancel me. Cancel culture is dead and exists only for insecure people. I'm still going to stream on Twitch and YouTube and be active on Instagram and Discord. Your support means the world to me. Keep making extremist people pissed off and laugh at them. We are stronger than hate. And remember, vive la racisme.
We are stronger than hate, and all your fucking content is hate.
Rats live matter. And
No. Hate is only good when it's towards the other people. But when it's towards me, they're losers. They're losers that have too much time. They're obsessed with me. Of course.
Stronger than evil humans, signed Riri. So look, in the end, this was a desperate attempt at trying to recoup a community that hated her guts at this point. After getting that incredible second chance with a mega viral clip, she spent all that time nurturing a racist community, people who disliked immigrants and minorities, and it turned out she had a black boyfriend.
Racist doesn't mean Nazi. I mean,
Her initial haters felt vindicated and her own community now turned on her. You couldn't really feel sorry for her, right?
They're just
Her
overlapping,
friend,
you know what I mean?
Elfin, who was also another girl failure like her, and who had initially defended her when the French people were attacking her, what did she have to say by now? Would she show up for her? Defend
It's
her?
kind
help
of
her, like a real
like,
friend
bro, you
would?
get what I'm trying to
Nope.
fucking say.
She would also turn on her because the girl failures would have a falling out that would make its
Dude,
way
oh,
to the
who would have
public.
thought? Who would have thought that they're not gonna be actually like loyal towards each other? Of course. Oh.
So as I said before, Elfin was someone who had defended Riri initially when she was getting the backlash after going mega viral. They would have some positive interactions here and there, but shortly after Average Bird Enjoyer's document would drop on Elfin, Ririgaki would say, "Is this Gunpei 2.0?" Someone would reply,
Please, Rat Girl, you're my last hope for base petite girl failure indie VTuber. Don't e-date fans unless it's me. I can't even tell if this is a joke or not, dude. I actually can't, dude. I'm not gonna e-date a fan. I have a boyfriend. I'm just a pet rat for you. Oh!
saying, "Please, Rat Girl, you're my last hope for a based petite girl failure indie VTuber. Don't e-date fans unless it's me, LMAO." God, I can puke in my fucking mouth. To which she would say, "I'm not gonna e-date a fan. I have a boyfriend and I'm just a pet rat for you." So this was essentially Ririgaki trying to capitalize on the fact that Elfin was potentially going to lose her career because
God, dude, it's like the loser fighting about who's the better loser. This is so all fucking cringe. Jesus Christ. I'm so glad I don't know anything about this. I feel like, I don't know. I don't know, dude.
this document. She was taking the moral high ground, trying to steal any viewers she can from Elfin because she was trying to become
This is like the loser
This is when
Olympics.
Elfin would start to subtweet her, not calling her directly just yet, saying the amount of e-holes rebranding to be girl fail.
God, see, do you see what I mean? Hey, I will have this take when it is convenient to me. When it's convenient to me to be friends with you, I'll be friends with you. But it's convenient to me to make fun of you. I'll make fun of you.
Please, bro, you do porn. You sell literal porn of yourself. Just go be some slutty cat girl or something.
Didn't she have like photos of her, like of her fucking photo of her literal legs and shit? What are we? My God.
This is of course referring to Ririgaki, how in the past she had a fansly and how now she rebranded as being a girl failure. When it came to her parasocial Discord though, she was way more straightforward. Someone would say Riri is nice though, to which she would reply, "I can't say this in good conscience when she blatantly called me Gunpei when my controversy happened. I can't forget that shit. Lol." How dare she call me Gunpei when I'm way worse than her? Like, how dare she when I'm literally
God, Jesus. Elfin and Riri.
worse than her in every way. The main confrontation between these two girl failures would occur when Elfin would post this tweet, with her character saying, "Hey guys," someone saying "Femcel," to which her character would say, "Not what I'm called." Shortly afterwards, Ririgaki would also use that same exact meme format, saying, "Hey guys," with someone saying, "Not me," to which Riri would say, "Not what I'm called." Elfin at this point would be furious. How dare she copy me? So she would quote tweet this and say, "You guys are all over her. How can she be a not?"
Oh my God, the two fucking actual, like, they're just fighting. I told you, dude. I called this out. Dude, I'm so fucking good at this shit. It's insane. I called this out literally like fucking 40 minutes ago. Dude, you really think that the pick-me's are gonna like actually like each other? I'm telling you, they will never like each other because they genuinely think that they're special. Okay? That's just how they are. They think that they're special because they form being like, "I'm so edgy. I'm edgier than you. I'm fucking more racist than you. I'm genuinely like dude, you know what I mean? Dude, they think that they're the best girl. It's a pick-me-off. It's literally like the two pick-me's like trying to like fight each other. Like, bro, come on, man. You really think that they're gonna like each other when they like make the same kind of, in a way, content?
See, when she has a black boyfriend, y'all need to do research. This was Elfin declaring war. She saw that her community was turning on her because she had a black boyfriend, so she was also looking to capitalize.
Oh,
However,
man.
Elfin was about to fight a war on two fronts. She was going up against Ririgaki, while at the same time having a demon from her past catch up to her. 4chan. You see, she was an active 4chan user ever
Surprise, surprise.
since she was a young kid. Yes, I know, what a terrible fate. And 4chan would catch on to her. They'd understand exactly who she used to be and would start revealing some details about her real identity. The fact that she is a Pakistani who's studying in the UK. Now look, this was a very big deal, okay?
So let me get right? The way that this happened from them, like literally like having a fight. So the way that Elfin was out and about was because they were fighting a mid-off and like that. And then now like they're like fighting each other with like genuine facts about themselves. Wow.
Elfinpsyop's entire personality was centered around appealing to the cringe white supremacist who never leaves his home.
Dude, Elfin is probably that in that in a UK airport.
She would also heavily imply, as you saw in her belly pics that she shared online, she seemed white, and that's exactly what she was selling to her audience, the fact that she's white and even Slavic.
I say "niet" a lot because people ask me if I'm Slavic on stream.
At some point she would say, I say "niet" a lot, which means no, and people ask me if I'm Slavic on stream. I'm not, I'm just a huge Russia boo. So she posted pictures of her belly.
Oh my god, this is such a level of cringe I can't take anymore, dude. I'm actually like, God, dude, they're such lorpers.
White. She also was really into
Lorpin as a Slav,
culture,
literally.
Russian language, so people assumed she was maybe Eastern European. In fact, her accent sounded pretty American. Some people would think she's American and she would never really correct them. So seeing that she despised immigrants and any minorities for that matter, her being Pakistani would be a death sentence. But this rumor wasn't new. It was being shared on 4chan as early as mid-2024. It would start to really catch up to her and irritate her in 2025,
Have to be so bad
during the summer. This is when, for the first time, she would start being confronted live on stream by chatters who were asking her, are you really?
Why do people think that just because I have a black boyfriend or something like that means I can't be racist? It's not mutually exclusive. It's not a contradiction. It's just tolerated by some. Okay, let me explain. The reason why it's a problem in her case is because it makes it very performative. Does that make sense? It makes it like it is performative. She's trying to be a real racist. Okay, here's the thing. I understand casual racism, like in the friend group, you're racist towards your friends or something, and it's a casual way. It's a joke. It's a joke. At the end of the day, it's a joke to them. It's like literally like whatever. They're not actually racist. They're like whatever, right? It's like whatever. This is a genuine. She is trying to like actually. Like, the thing about her is that she's actually trying to be racist as like she's pandering towards those racism and everything. And then, dude,
Pakistani, and she would get very triggered at that. Watch.
Pretending to be white? I don't think I need to pretend. I think I am.
What? What? Huh? Scratches my head. What the f does she mean by that? I think I'm white. What?
Here's another clip.
I think therefore I am.
Takis aren't white. You are so retarded, dude. That's actually insane. Do you realize how ethnicities work? Do you realize how ethnicities...
You know, there's another reason why I stopped saying the R word other than like I just don't want to like offend people. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say a real honest take. The reason why I stopped saying the R word is because the most annoying f***ing people say it too, and I don't want to be like part of their like whatever. Okay, I'm sorry, dude. Like there's casual people that uses the R word, but then there's like the most like annoying motherfuckers that you'll see that uses it, and then like you're just like, you know what? I don't want to be part of that group. I really don't.
Genuine question. Aren't you a Paki living in the UK? Who are you to complain? Did you get that from 4chan?
So here we are. She was starting to realize where these people were getting their information from. Wait, did you get this from 4chan? The website that she kept flexing, that she had used ever since she was 13? Interesting. By early 2025, many pictures of Elfin's face would somehow find themselves on the internet. So she tweeted out in May 2025, I've been face doxed and harassed so much now, so here, this is me. Yup, now what? LMFAO, it don't even matter, man, no more. Now this image is actually very important. It would of course get deleted later. She would draw some clown makeup on her face in Microsoft Paint, right? I can tell you right now, this clown nose is doing a lot of heavy lifting because it would have very easily exposed her ethnicity. Additionally, it doesn't take a genius to understand that this image is blown the fuck out. Look at that hand. It is blinding.
She made herself white with exposure. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is
Almost as if she
insane.
completely upped the levels in Photoshop in an effort to appear
Whitewashing herself is crazy.
white. Something would really crack in Elfin starting summer 2025.
Oh my god, what the f***?
Okay? This is when she would up the edginess to yet a new level. And so whenever someone criticized her or called her a Pakistani or said that they had proof, she would just call them a Jew. And it would work because her community hated Jews. This would work almost every single time. They'd eat it up. They would love it. And she would get away with it. However, as her rivalry with Ririgaki would start really heating up, Ririgaki would say this: I love how she was trying to cancel me saying I was dating an immigrant, black/Indian/Arabic boy, while pretending to be white.
God, dude. They're really truly having the mid-offs, bro. God, it's crazy, man. This is crazy to see. It's like actually the most loser off bullshit I've ever seen in my life. Jesus, the Grifter off.
Lol. To which Elfin would say, why are you so obsessed with me, man? Now I was getting serious. Look, Ririgaki, as much as she was hated for dating a black guy, she still held influence in the whole girl failure aesthetic club. She shared many followers in common with Elfin, this 100,000 bundle of castrated men, and so her saying,
I'm very happy I have no idea about this. Me too. It made me realize, like, wow, I'm really in my own little, like, world because, like, I had no idea that this was happening. You know what? This is probably happening. I'm raging in fucking League of Legends or some bullshit. Or, like, I'm going 0-12 in CS. Like, I'm surely living my life.
what many have been saying already, was a genuine threat. This drama started really heating up around November 2025, to which Ririgaki would say, please stop
I
thinking
sadly knew. No.
of me as a girl failure. Guys, it's exhausting. I did learn to take care of me. I go out
Please stop thinking of me as a girl failure. Yes. After I farm it and make it my whole character and make it my whole like my little thing and etc. But guys, when it's convenient to me, I'm now done with it. When it's now convenient to me, the girl failure thingy, cringe. I'm not a girl failure. You know why? Because that's for
Me,
other
no
like,
joke,
competitors.
if
Like
I knew about these Vubers, I would never watch you or any Vuber.
No, I don't blame you. No, I don't blame you at all. If you've seen this shit and know about this shit, and then you're like, you know what? I don't ever want to watch a VTuber. You know what? Fair enough, dude. That's sincerely fair.
outside a lot now. I have a lot
Shit,
of
dude.
passion and love for nature and cool subjects like aircraft or insects. I really like myself and take care of
I didn't know. I even followed Riri after seeing a cute rat video on Instagram. Dude. Yeah. Imagine me. I was like, oh, what's the problem with this, dude? The rats are cute. This fucking happened.
me. I did reduce my alcohol drinking to 0.
Oh.
I'm fucking proud to be alive and my depression is going away. Please understand that and stop seeing me as a 4chan weirdo or a girl who is mentally ill and drama.
Dude, she's literally, you know what this literally thing is? Guys. I am the better. I'm better. I'm not some alcoholic. I am not some girl failure. She's trying to be like, dude, she is actually, God, they're fighting, bro. Dude, Riri and Elfin is like literally like, that is crazy, man. Like, I can't even imagine living my life like this. This is crazy.
Post/talk about political toxic subject, obsessed with skin color or not jokes. It makes me really
Wait a minute. Alcohol drinking, making fun of alcoholism when you have like little drinks in your name?
sad.
When it's convenient, I guess, right?
I'm getting better and becoming a cool person now that
I'm
my
telling
life is
you, man,
comfy.
dude, this
Yes, edgy
people,
humor,
like-
and I don't care about humans or minorities, but I'm a responsible adult, not a failure or anything else. I'm just Riri. Someone would reply,
Says the person that was literally forming the whole Nazi shit and whatever and racism shit and whatever and being like, hey guys, no, I'm not a Nazi. Oh my god, I called this out, by the way. I called this out. Opinions of people will always change when it's convenient to them. I told you, dude. I told you. Guess who's right again?
really sad. I'm getting better and becoming a cool person now that my life is comfy. Yes, I like edgy humor and I don't care about humans or minorities, but I'm a responsible adult, not a failure or anything else. I'm just Riri. Someone would reply with, That's literally the audience you wanted and even commissioned yourself as a Nazi or girl failure, a loser. Did the Elfin grift not work? To which Riri would say, yeah, Nazi uniform are really pretty. It's like talking to a wall.
She was, oh my god, dude.
It was definitely very interesting and a bit out of touch. I mean, what have you been doing the past year? She's practically begging everyone to stop thinking of her as a girl failure when she only had herself to—
Do I follow these ladies? I'm so scared right now. I need to double check. I'm actually getting scared. Oh. I'm so sorry, dude, but she's gonna, that follower is gone. -1, bro, because I'm just making fun of her this whole time, bro.
to blame. She was the one who was intentionally acting that way. Elfin would quote tweet.
She's doing better now? You know what? That's good.
Tweet and say, I'm so f***ing confused about this woman, I swear. Was an OnlyFans catgirl VTuber. Starts following me, completely changed his design to look like mine. Suddenly became an alcoholic, quote unquote.
Oh, called out!
Copying my tweet 1-to-1. This is not an exaggeration, by the way, okay?
Oh, hey guys, welcome to my goon cave. Yeah, no, I need a goon right now, BRB. Too desperate to goon right now. Sorry for the next retweet. I'm gonna goon on it. This is so hot. Goon to... Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
The tweets would be very, very similar. Before discovering Elfin, Riri literally had no idea what gooning meant. And there she was all of a sudden every couple of days tweeting, yeah, I need to goon. I need to go goon. I goon too much. This was literally Elfin's entire personality. And there she was emulating it perfectly. Elfin would continue, I DM her about it, say I'm uncomfortable about it. She says, oh my god, sorry, you're my biggest inspiration. We make amends and move on. I support her when she gets into a big drama. When I get into drama, calls me Gunpei 2.0 instead of DMing me and
if I'm being honest, I think this is a valid crash out from Elfin. I'm not a big fan of her. I don't support anything that she has done. But I feel like this is a valid crash out. Bro, call her out, dude. Dude, like...
asking me what's up. So-called friend, am I right? I get pissed at this and stop talking to her. Copies me further. Almost all my jokes, all my edgy humor. Oh my god, guys, I'm so gross and gooner and girl failure and edgy, and posts not shit constantly. Where did all this suddenly come from, bro? A few months pass. Now she says, oh my god, I'm healthy, I don't drink anymore, and I go outside, I'm not a Nazi, guys. Basically, we should forget the past few months happened entirely. Literally attacks me out of nowhere, saying I accused her for having a black boyfriend. I don't care about your boyfriend's race, man. I don't care about you, dude. Can you leave me alone and maybe try to be more creative? You don't get pity points because people attack you online.
I don't care about your boyfriend's race, man. I don't care about you, dude. Can you leave me alone? Maybe try to be more creative. You don't get pity points because people attack you online. You literally did it to yourself. I'm edgy and I know people will dislike me for it. I've been like this since day one. You started being like this after following me.
Riri definitely started acting like her after following her.
Jesus.
That's a fact. It seemed like Ririgaki's intent from the get-go was stealing.
Oh my god, bro. What is this? Ah, UK, dude. Oh!
As many viewers as she could from her, and when she saw that Elfin was potentially going to lose her career, she didn't try to defend her. She tried to make her move and call her Gunpei 2.0. However, it's not like Elfin wasn't doing the exact same thing. Look at this sentence near the end. I'm edgy and I know people will dislike me for it. I've been like this since day one. Again.
Oh my god.
This whole idea that, guys, I'm real. I'm authentic. In fact, Elfin would go as far as saying on her stream that Ririgaki was a very rare example of a true grifter. In her opinion,
oh, what the f is this shit?
The word is overused. Not everyone's a grifter, but Riri was. This was her implying, of course, that she was a real girl failure. She was actually proudly alcoholic. Everything about
I called it, man. I literally called it. I'm so crazy for this.
Authentic. And hey, to be fair, it worked. After Elfin would make her post about Riri, someone would confront Riri asking her, yo, what's up? Like, what happened with Elfin? Here's what she'd say in her Discord.
Don't get me wrong. I hate the racist the anti-immigrant and anti-trans rhetoric, but the thing that makes me laugh the most is being a fake gooner. Like, how shit do you have to be to think faking jerking your shit crazy style makes you more reputable?
No, that's sorry. Jesus, this is the line you have to draw.
Has to get me canceled on Twitter. I can't stop talking about how I started. Because I have a similar humor / black hair / loves alcohol / depressed. Dude, imagine making that your entire personality and being mad that someone stole it. Dude.
God, what the fuck?
Who are these people? Anyway, she would continue, cannot stand her. I did try to be her friend, but cannot stand girls sending nudes to 6 persons at the same time while trying to proclaim that she doesn't have a boyfriend, is white, and is not a whore all the time because she doesn't want to lose her community. She is not honest and
Guys, both of them are pieces of shit. And honest to God, this is hilarious. Seeing them fight is hilarious. I knew that it would happen, dude. Dude, I even call it out. I call it out. Do you really think that 2 of the pick-me's of thinking that like they're so special and cooler than other people, of being like catering towards racism and Nazism and whatever, is gonna go well, and they will actually like nice? Like, dude, no, they hate each other. They will 100% hate each other. They'll hate each other because they are pandering towards, like, they want to feel like when you're watching a viewer, it's them that they think. If you think about girl failure, you think of the rat or whatever. If you think of girl failure, you think of the other girl.
she is just another gimmick like she says. Now, to be fair, even Riri had made good points here, right? But it's like...
What is this?
Both of these people are so unlikable, you don't really care about taking sides, do you?
You know what? I feel like, seeing this shit, I feel like we were too mean to Cinder during like her like cancellation. Like, I don't know, man. Like, you know what? It was like the most high school level drama. I don't think that she should have like lost her platform because of it, personally. I you know what? Like, dude, I don't know, man.
However, even with all that being said, the next day
She
Riri
didn't?
would make yet another.
I don't think
post
I
on
don't know,
Twitter.
man.
Her alter-
I genuinely think that just because you're, let's say that you've done mistakes or whatever, I don't think you should lose your platform for it. She still streams though. No. I'm talking about before. I'm talking about like before, when she stopped streaming because of it. You know what I mean? I don't think that just because you are in drama with other streamers means that you're canceled. Like, let's say somebody hates me and they want to cancel me for it or whatever, and they've let's say like talked about like how I am off stream or something. That's her choice though. She could have continued streaming. Yeah, that's true. No, that's a lot. No, yeah, being like hated from like thousands of people, that's a lot. I'm glad that she's streaming now though.
account, of course, because her main one got permanently suspended. Her appeal failed. She'd say, I would like to apologize for all the people following me because I was...
Why are you glad? Well, because I think that people can get better. This just reminded me of like whatever, but this reminded me of like the thingy. Do I think her apology was bad? Yes, I do think so, but I don't think that she should lose her whole platform. I do think that having a break from the internet after that is a good thing. I think that genuinely. I think that genuinely, like, having a break from the internet sometimes will do you a lot of good.
And acting like a based, edgy girl failure. I know the drastic change of me getting mentally better and stopping to act like a loser can be deceiving for a lot of you, and I understand if you stop following me, but I cannot keep going like that. Sorry for looking fake. I never lied about my depression or my daily
She
difficulty
didn't
like-
take a break though. She spent that writing 1,000 pages.
Well, at least she's not doing anything now, right? She's just streaming and not like, she's just doing it for her community now, right? I don't even remember anything about that thingy anymore now, so I can't really say anything about it.
my alcohol consummation. I don't think she even bothered translating this, bro. Consommation. That's
I followed Riri after she posted her rat reel, but like her Discord was highly insanely racist. The girl that spams racist shit on her Twitter and does a Nazi salute on her stream is racist.
It's literally a French word, but yeah, her alcohol consumption. Secondly, I would like to apologize to @Elfinpsyop. I have her blocked because I don't want toxicity in my feed and don't appreciate her as a person, but I feel like it's still important to talk.
Hey man, because you're fine, like bro, hey, it's convenient to me to copy you when it was like, hey, whatever, but now that you're, canceled and shit, hey, I'm different now. I'm not a girl failure anymore.
I found Elfin's content when I was at my lowest after all the harassment from the French community, and instead of being a better person or learning to love myself, I ended up stealing and copying some of her gimmick, like she called it. This is not correct and not what a content creator should do. I did tweet like her and used to do the same content on Twitter as her to be accepted and seen by people having cool humor, things that do not exist in France, but I'm not proud of that, and I would like to have learned sooner that I should just be myself instead of wanting some attention on the internet while copying somebody's gimmick. I'm sorry, Elfin, for all of that, and for not talking gently about you publicly after having your help. I hope one day you have the chance to get better and go away from all the toxicity that Twitter and other social media are spreading. I understand that you see me as a LARPer or a grifter, but my political beliefs were never fake. I live in a dangerous country because of immigration and multiple other
Isn't she? Wait, is this the French one? Is she not like literally living in France? Wait, I'm sorry. Which one? Which girl is this? It's the French one.
Not talking gently about you publicly after having your help. I hope one day you have the chance to get better and go away from all the toxicity that Twitter and other social media are spreading. I understand that you see me as a LARPer or a grifter, but my political beliefs were never fake. I live in a dangerous country because of
Oh, boo-hoo.
immigration and multiple other things. I just ended up basing my content only on that and edgy jokes to pander to these types of people when I'm in fact just a normal autistic woman who just want to share her hobbies. I'm not gonna lie, but I see myself as a LARPer. I also want to talk to you about the black boyfriend controversy.
Deme.
I know a lot of my past
Ollie, because of 3 months.
fans were following me because of all this LARPing. I understand your sadness when you learn about the VTuber that you considered as based having what you thought was a black immigrant
What you thought was...
boyfriend. I don't like saying that, but dating an immigrant or a black male is not something I would be able to do. I did date for 2 years in the past a brown/tan French male. This always was public since I was always streaming with him. Guys, don't worry, he wasn't black, he was just brown. Like, dude.
Jesus fucking Christ. Hey guys, I've changed. I'm changed. And then she says this kind of... Jesus Christ, dude.
After all this LARPing, I think this is normal and my own fault that I ended up in a situation where I get harassed by my old fan base. Sadly, you were just following me for the based girl failure thing and not even to look after my content or stream since you did not know about my ex-boyfriend. This makes me really sad that all this love was fake, but this is again my own fault for acting like that. I'm deeply thankful to all the rat bros believing in me and understanding my word. You are the reason why today I can be this better person. Thanks to all the people who still love me and not just my toxic past. I love you. First off, I just want to point out how she was talking about this like it happened in the past. Bro, this literally happened like 2 months ago, you know? There was barely any time between the old account and the new account. But hey, you know what? A surprising amount of self-awareness in this post. She pretty much admitted she was a LARPer. That's because she was. She was a LARPer and she was a grifter. Pretty much the same thing. But of course, this post wouldn't even get half the engagement she used to get when she would say, BRB going to my room to goon. But hey, it seems like some people stuck around for the rats and... whatever.
Jesus
Most people who
Christ.
followed her for being a girl failure already left anyway when they found out she had a black boyfriend. Elfin would yet again make another post after this one, this time saying, I don't own the girl failure aesthetic, okay? It didn't matter to me as much when Riri was outright copying my tweets, word
Oh my god, who gives a shit?
for word.
Oh my
just to flip her face.
God!
That made me feel weird. Any joke I made or content idea was being copied. I felt like I couldn't do anything original anymore, and I care about novelty more than anything. Yes, we know that, Elfin. You're not like the other girls, right?
Yeah, dude, my god. This is making me want to like pull my hair out.
To be fair, a lot of people here thinking we used to be friends aren't exactly wrong. I genuinely thought we made up and were good friends until I found out how she talks about me behind my back. I genuinely tried, man. Anyone that knows me knows that I'm super mean usually, and she was kind back and said I was her biggest inspiration.
Okay, and then what?
I've had
And then what?
many
And then
days
what?
of fake friends. To me, this greatly resembled the fake friend trope. So I don't like this defamation of Elfin is so toxic. I only copied her because I'm autistic and just want to make content. I'm sorry if you go through stuff, but you're an adult actively making
I'm
choices
so glad that I've learned very early, technically in my career, in my life as a VTuber, to stop getting baited in Twitter. I'm so glad. I'm genuinely like, dude, you guys should like actually genuinely pat me in the back for that, dude. Like I stopped doing that. Like ever since that whole drama from like last year, mid of last year, got baited once and I learned my lesson and I never got it again. Like literally, you easily get baited on stream. Hey, I don't think that will ever change. But like on Twitter, announce these by the way. Yeah, but I'm not live on on like stream and like talking about it. You know what I mean? Like I feel like we read your diary, Deme. Yeah, I still complain. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not gonna ever like go on stream anymore. And it's okay. TLDR, I learned my lesson when it comes to VTubers, and I will never do that again. But if it's some random person on Twitter, I'll talk about it.
day, you had the choice to just be friendly with me. She would then congratulate Riri on being less depressed and getting rid of alcohol and end this by saying, but please, if you truly were someone who understood what it's like to be someone who had a problem with those things, stop shitting on me for being a girl failure alcoholic now that you're better. Trust me, I don't choose
Yeah, I haven't. Oh my god, what the is wrong with this mic?
all the time. So again, you know, I'm a victim, guys. I've been bullied all my life. You know, I'm a girl failure. I'm a real girl failure, okay? Stop pretending that you are real. Trust me, I don't choose to feel depressed all the time, okay? I'm authentic. But my favorite part is when she says, I'm sorry if you go through...
I think my mic was like trying to tell me something to like shut up or some
universal
censor. Like, yeah, like actually like censoring me.
Because that's literally what people were telling Elfin when she got exposed as having been gooning to 6 guys at the same time. Look, overall, this was nothing more than 2...
Oh my god!
very disliked monkeys fighting. But if we step back and looked at the bigger picture, this situation would go from a clown show to something very alarming. As you saw, Elfin was practically invincible. Riri took heavy inspiration from her, seeing how much success she was finding as being a girl failure, and even though she had more followers and had way more virality, she still proceeded to copy her directly. Elfin was starting to become not just a danger to herself or to her fans,
Are
but
you
to everyone
schizo
in the as a whole. Being a girl failure should never be something that's encouraged. It's not a good thing. It's not meant to be a good thing. And yet her success was encouraging others to follow her lead. I mean, why wouldn't they? If saying racist slurs wasn't gonna get—
No, please don't put my baby, my f***ing glorious baby, what I grew up with her f***ing image. Please stop doing that. I will actually quit. No, please don't do this. Please stop.
Her canceled. If having a secret boyfriend wasn't going to get her canceled, if having 6 different guys wasn't going to get her canceled, then the $1 million question was, what will? Well, what would end up canceling Elfinpsyop, the person who had pretty much nurtured 100,000 castrated men who identified as white supremacists, would be the day that she was finally exposed as a Pakistani. So, as I had already mentioned,
This is what made her f***ing canceled. Wow.
Elfin's tweets would start to take a turn during the summer of 2025. Her edginess wouldn't just be for the sake of being edgy anymore. She would take on a sort of political rhetoric that you would maybe find during a Nick Fuentes stream. Look at this tweet, for example. Don't understand how you can live in this modern world and see all the bad shit happening and not immediately connect the dots and see that it's Jewish influence. So now, the Jews were responsible for everything. How about this tweet made a little while later saying, I love astronomy so much and I love stargazing, but I can't because there's too many immigrants in the UK and it scares me to go outside.
Girl, you're the immigrant. What are we talking about?
Alone. As far as anyone was concerned, she wasn't even British. She wasn't from the UK, right? But there she was taking a political stance for a country that she doesn't even belong to. This tweet in particular will become way funnier later. You'll get why. But it wasn't just political rhetoric that was taking hold of her edginess. It was her edginess itself that was taking a whole other level. For example, with her posting this image of her model saying, R word my model, then replying, sorry guys, I meant R word with an asterisk. The joke here is that she wasn't correcting herself, she actually meant it. She'd also make a conscious effort to play into the jokes and controversies that were made about her. Look at this tweet, for example. Groomer this, groomer that, come here, let me groom you. This was in reference to the Google Doc that was dropped about her, in which 6 men that were in their 20s said that she groomed them. At some point, she'd post a selfie that would get a lot of likes, of course, with her nose and mouth blurred because it would show her ethnicity, and had the caption, Elfin Brown.
Wow.
Nah. This was her playing into the joke that some people were starting to call her Pakistani. So look, by now, it might be obvious what she's trying to do. She was being heavily criticized when it came to her actions by the wider VTuber community, and yet, her own community also had criticisms relating to the—
Those men were not 20s. The bird was almost at his 40s. Wait, are you dead ass? Bird was almost in his 40s when he did that? Oh, good lord.
fact that she might—
I mean, that makes sense though. Like, right? What 20-year-old will have like $50,000 just to spend?
just be Pakistani. This was her attempting to play into the joke while also raising the bar for her edginess, hoping that it'll kind of insulate her from criticism. This desperate attempt of trying to move on from the fact that she might just be an immigrant and trying to
Interesting.
move on from her controversies would result in some pretty embarrassing moments, like her public crash out during the summer of 2025, when she would begin by saying, not a big fan of Indians. Someone would reply with, do not do this. You don't have to right-wing
I mean, wow.
grift. This
That's
is probably
yeah, I was about to say that's real Pakistani over, dude. Jesus Christ.
someone who found her character and liked the design or just liked the belly pic. This is when she'd completely and totally crash out. Grift question mark? Someone would say, "You are so brave and definitely not a pick-me who tries too hard to look based." To which she would say, "Uh-oh, the big pick-me word. I'm so scared, please don't use it. Funny, when I voice my unfiltered opinions, I'll get random retards saying, oh my god, pick me, oh my god, grifter." You realize when I say shit like that, I lose and filter more people rather than gain, right? I'd rather have people know what I think about shit than just follow me for cute tummy pics, expecting a wholesome person. Keck. Funny enough, my opinions have remained the same since
You can identify ethnicity with nose and mouth? Yeah. Yeah, you can. 100%.
I was 14 on major social issues. I think I'm pretty consistent with my mentality on things. It's so funny to me how she thought this was a flex. That same person, snot-nosed swagger, would call her out and say, "So you have the same opinions as a 14-year-old? Wow." And then he'd get blocked. She couldn't handle it. She crashed out and she just couldn't handle it anymore. The crash outs and weird behavior wouldn't be constricted to just Twitter though. It would also happen in her Discord. She'd start saying things that were...
Huh? Northern Pakistan is entirely Aryan? No one seems to understand that.
definitely out of place. I mean, they were fairly random.
I don't think so.
Right? For someone who was maybe Slavic or American, saying things like, Northern Pakistan is entirely Aryan. No one seems to understand that. Pretty suspicious thing to say when you're not Pakistani. All of a sudden, this was very
Interesting that she'd say that, huh?
different from the rhetoric she was taking about immigrants and Pakistanis in general when it came to the UK. To tweet things like, if leftists think some girl on the internet is a pedophile for posting petite girls that look like her on the internet, then why do they promote immigration that bring in Muslim, pedophile, and racists? Curious. This is really funny when you consider the fact that some of the biggest Muslim immigrants to the UK are Pakistani, right? You see where I'm going with this? All of a sudden, when the pressure was mounting on Elfin and it seemed like it was inevitable that she was going to be revealed as Pakistani, she started shifting the blame from Muslims to the Jews, saying things
This is so layered. It's crazy.
like, oh, the reason why all the Muslims are coming to Europe was because Jews want to destroy society. She'd also suspiciously start saying
For somebody that hates buzzwords and shit like that, like the buzzword of pick me or whatever, she really loves using buzzwords in her Twitter posts and shit. And
things like this. I'm not gonna lie, Muslims got one thing right, and it's that pigs are filthy animals. No nutritional value and so much fat relative to beef and chicken. Not even enough protein. Pork sucks.
interesting that you'd have that take.
In general, bacon is good sometimes, but bacon in the UK is terrible.
Bacon in the UK is terrible. Where else have you been, Elfie?
Oddly suspicious to say this. This isn't edgy or based. This sounds like someone who's guilty. And it's because she was. Look, eventually it was very hard to deny this. 4chan was after her ass, and they were revealing the fact that she used to be on 4chan when she was younger. There are threads dating back to as far as 2021 where they were referring to her as someone who was very attractive and was peak wife material. They'd be calling her their ideal crush, their ideal wife. When she was a minor, mind you. And one of those people complimenting her would say, lives in Pakistan. Additionally, what didn't help was that her name was doxed. And it was painfully Arabic. Pakistan is a Muslim country that's heavily influenced by Muslim culture, so of course they have a lot of Arab names. At this point, it was simply undeniable no matter how much she wanted it to not be true. So around the end of December 2025, she would admit to her Discord, yes, I'm Pakistani, but I promise I'm only half Pakistani. People would start hating on her, and of course she'd do what she did best, suicide bait, saying, whatever dude, stop hating me because I'm a halfie, fuck, I'm gonna kill myself now. Someone would say, I miss when I thought Elf was white. The hand reveal ruined everything. Then she would say, Jesus, okay, leave then, asshole.
I mean, dude, you literally farmed those kinds of fucking viewers. Hello?
She'd then say, guys,
You
I'm
built
only
this
half
community.
Pakistani, okay? I'm half Slavic. I'm Ukrainian.
Oh, look at the reacts, bro. The real racist.
Please, there's some white in me. But then she would realize a very
The racist is dealing with
realization,
racism.
saying, you guys hate me because I'm happy. I get it. Y'all don't even consider Slavs white either, so I'm double brown. I hate my life. Now you might be wondering, why is it that her community of white supremacists didn't consider Slavs white? Well, in these extremely edgy internet circles, they have a big problem with the fact that the
Attention naman, thank you so 2 months.
Ukrainian President Zelensky is Jewish. They think he's some Jewish puppet and he's prolonging the war on purpose, right? That's their viewpoint. So to them, Ukrainians were Jewish. They were part of the problem. Someone would say, and your dad's Ukrainian, in parentheses, Jewish, to which you would say, he's not
Oh my god, those are some layers that I never thought was possible. I didn't even know that they had that kind of a belief. Jesus Christ, dude. That was whoa, restart. Sorry, I had to. What did he say?
Important realization, saying, you guys hate me because I'm a halfie, I get it. Y'all don't even consider Slavs white either, so I'm double brown, I hate my life. Now you might be wondering, why is it that her community of white supremacists didn't consider Slavs white? Well, in these extremely edgy internet circles, they have a big problem with the fact that the Ukrainian president Zelensky is Jewish. They think he's some Jewish puppet and he's prolonging the war on purpose, right? That's their viewpoint. So to them, Ukrainians were Jewish. They were part of the problem.
Whoa.
Someone would say, and your dad's Ukrainian, in parentheses, Jewish, to which you would say, he's not Jewish, in all caps. So now, she wasn't just seen as half Muslim, she was also seen as half Jewish, the two things that her community hated the most, and she made them that way. You have to understand. Not every-
She literally farmed this. Like, who's surprised about the community reacting this way? She literally farmed this. She farmed these kinds of people. Like, what?
One who found
She did not farm like accepting people who would like not care about what their ethnicity is. How was she surprised?
Elfin had that ideology. Some of them were totally innocent, found her through a belly picture, liked her, maybe fell in love with her because they're mentally ill, and then saw that she thought this way ideologically and started sharing those same opinions.
Who gives a
and now they
shit
were being
about this,
backstabbed,
dude?
betrayed. How dare you be exactly what you've been hitting on for so long? Some people will start saying, hey, maybe you're not Pakistani, maybe
Oh my god.
you're just Indian, to which you would say, I'm too cute to be Indian, please guys. Like, how dare you call a Pakistani an Indian, bro? Like, this would all keep building up until Christmas Day, the 25th of December, 2025, when
Imagine spending your
She
fucking
wants
Christmas
racist
tweeting this.
fans, but they can only not be racist towards her.
True. Dude, wait a minute. She really spent her day in Christmas tweeting this? Like, what the f***?
Elfin, in an extremely drunken state, would post a tweet that's barely legible, saying, I'm drunk enough to come out. I'm Pak, mom's side, and Ukrainian, dad's side. I'm a halfie. LMFAO, weird combo, right? I'm not Muslim and I hate Muslims. I love Christmas. I'm more Slavic than anything because I grew up Slavic. Slava Ukraina, Pakistan,
Wait, I thought it was UK.
Zindabad. So look, just like with Ririgaki, right, with her black boyfriend, this normally should have never been a problem. If anything, this would have been something to celebrate. Like, oh, you come from very different cultures. Cool, that's awesome. Wow. The only person that made it a problem was her. And as you can see from the 186 replies, her community wasn't really too happy about this. The next step was her trying to appease her community. Look, she knew what they wanted.
Oh my god, this is so
At
embarrassing.
Deme, she created a community and that hates people and basically is super racist. Then
Yeah, I
is
know.
surprised that the community hates her when she fails racist.
How old is
purity
she, by the
tests.
way? Does anybody know her like age when she was like posting this shit? This is so sad. Like grown ass woman like posting this kind of shit, bro. Like god, bro, like her age would change every day. So her age is like unknown. So she was like, it's an unknown age pretty much, right?
They wanted whatever what was in between her legs. So she would desperately tweet things out like, Aryan man, please colonize me. Aryan man, please colonize.
Oh my god, now she's like changing the oh my god. I'm telling you, man, you could genuinely tell the kind of person you are if the things that is coming from your mouth is so winky wonky. Okay? Like if like if you switch courses, everything when everything is always so like the thing about the Riki girl, she changed courses when it is absolutely will bring her more like it's very performative. It's very like inconsistent. Yeah. When things are very like if there's no reason to change but they change anyway and stuff like that just because of like it no longer benefits them. Okay? So Riri had a, you know, copycat of Elfin or whatever when it was convenient to her. Elfin is super fucking racist and whatever when it's convenient to her. Okay? Suddenly, when it's convenient to her, she changes the whole story of like, oh no, dude, colonize me or whatever. Bro, Jesus Christ. It's always when it's convenient to you when people like change the grift.
As the girl failure, stinky bitch Aryan man. I mean, at this point, it was just pathetic. The only feeling
This is so pathetic. Grown ass fucking woman tweeting this kind of shit, bro.
people had when seeing this was pity. Like, come on, dude, what are you doing? Then on the 29th of December, she would tweet this out all of a sudden saying, I hate being who I am and I hate being like this. I can't do this anymore for a bit. I'm sorry. I don't know when I'll be back, but I'm fucking sorry I'm like this. I hope you're all well and please don't miss someone like me. Goodbye for now. What would immediately follow after is her
Never ask a racist his girlfriend's race. That's what bro, I made that joke too. Dude, I dead ass. It's always like that, isn't it?
her Twitter account and disabling all invites to her Discord server. Now look, reactions were mixed to this, but as you might have guessed, the majority of the VTuber community was celebrating, okay? Hitler was dead. This stain on VTubers' reputations, as well as her insufferable community, were finally gone. We won. On the other end of these celebrations, though, were some very heartbroken men saying things like,
Look at his profile picture, dude. Classic. I wouldn't like think any. Imagine spending the last day of the year like thinking about this. By the way, look at this. December 31, 2025. How sad can your life be?
Yeah, she's mentally ill and likes to provoke people.
That is so
but she's
sad.
Not so bad that she deserves to have something terrible happen.
If I'm being honest, I don't know, man.
Happened to her. Or this guy saying, I really hope Elfinpsyop is okay. The racism towards her because of who she is unacceptable. And
Does she know? Does she know? Like, does she know? I don't know.
I genuinely hope she didn't hurt herself. No one deserves to be treated like that. It's like, bro, are we talking about the same person here? That's literally what she did every single day.
Oh, does she know?
To make matters worse, when she deactivated her account, this person would tweet this out, saying, another VTuber that I spent thousands of dollars making merch for just deactivated her socials without any warning whatsoever and isn't responding to my messages.
Well. Oopsies. Jesus.
Yes, of course, this person was referring to Elfinpsyop, right? This post got
Yo, Madve, thank you so much for gifting a sub.
a lot of attention, and it showed how much of a wreck she really was. Look, overall, it wasn't just embarrassing to be Elfin at this point. It was also humiliating to be one of her
What the
fans. I mean, these guys were hopeless. They were like, yeah, I know she's half Indian, but look, she's half white. I know we're meant to hate Muslims and minorities, but please, just make an exception for her. I'll fix her, wife her up, and prolong the white race. Please, let's just make her an exception. Now, as pathetic as this sounds, it wasn't a surprise. No one was ever interested in her for her political takes or her grift. It was all about her belly and the fact that
Cool too, thank you so for 5 months.
she was a woman who was promiscuous. Politically speaking,
Just
though, they gave
got
themselves
high
some
to
hope.
yippee.
I'm so grateful that when I got canceled, nobody's going like, yeah, but like Demi is like, dude, but at least Demi has a fat ass. Like nobody gives a f, like honestly.
That, hey, at least she's half white. But even that illusion was about to be shattered. That's because 4chan would go above and beyond, as they always do, and would find
That's why I stayed. Okay, thanks, man.
irrefutable proof that she's not half Pakistani, she is full Pakistani. 4chan would go through her previous usernames on Steam. And before using Elfinpsyop in 2021, she
just made up the whole Ukrainian thing? If you're gonna... Okay, wait a minute. If you're gonna make up being half of something, why pick Ukrainian? I'm so confused about that.
known as Absurd Comrade. Well, would you look at that? There's an Osu account that was created back in September 2020 that had the same exact name and also used the profile picture of a character that Elfin liked a lot, Megumin from Konosuba. It also had the flag of Pakistan on the
Comrade.
profile. This was a very big deal because this was region-based. Yes, it was based on your IP. This meant that as far back as 2020, Elfin was in Pakistan. She wasn't raised Slavic. She was raised in a country in which 99.99% of people are Muslim. And those Muslims Muslim immigrants going to the UK that she kept insulting every single day. Well, she was literally one of them. I mean, seriously, the jokes just write themselves here. Like, how stupid is this? At this point, it was official. She was nothing more than a self-hating grifter. Many such cases, but not many with this many followers and that much of a community.
Jesus Christ.
But just as people thought that she was finally defeated,
Was she your border agent? Honest to God, I wouldn't even be f***ing surprised.
that she was gone forever, she would literally come back just a few days later. And while she was expecting a bunch of hugs and kisses, she instead got the final blow to her short but very interesting career. So look, it was at this point that I started working on this video, but then I saw that she had tweeted on January 4th saying, "Hey, what's up, retards? I'm back. I went to a museum. I did a bunch of different things." She'd even post a selfie and a tank, the flag of Pakistan. Her post would get thousands of likes. Her community was so happy she was back. They were celebrating and saying, "Oh my God, I was worried about you. Oh my God, thank you so much for coming back. I missed you." So I was like, oh, I guess we're gonna pretend like nothing happened. Okay. She'd say, "All the speculation about me leaving for weird reasons was all wrong, lol. I left because I had personal reasons."
Hey, grifters have to grift, dude. It is what it is.
This is when I figured, okay, dude, whatever. Like, who cares? I'm just gonna work on something else. And look, I want to make one thing
Yo, guilty,
clear.
think of 5
If
minds,
Elfin continued
I don't know
as
if I
she
said that
always
yet.
had operated and didn't change a single thing, then she could have very easily kept her career and her community. Again, they didn't care about her political ideology. Okay?
Notice
they
me,
just wanted a chance
dummy.
to get in a Discord call with her and have her goon. But what she would do 2 days later on January 6th, 2026 would be the dumbest thing I have ever seen anyone do on the internet ever, admitting to the distribution of child pornography.
What? Whoa. Yo, whoa, what?
She'd make this tweet out of nowhere saying, "Guys, I have a little announcement to make. So this may not come as much of a shock to some of you, but to most of the majority, I want to be truthful to all of you. When I first started VTubing, I was 17 years old. My hallmates living with me
God,
were
her age is just fluctuating, dude. It's like crazy. It's 19, 17, 19, 20. What's going on?
older than me and would buy me all the alcohol. So I pretended to be a bit older online. I came to the UK to study a foundation year at 16, turning 17. They let you go early, especially if you have good grades. I'm 19 right now. The funniest part of all this is that I never told my age to anyone because I didn't want people to think it's weird someone underage is talking about stupid shit online. And the lie had gone for so long for me to tell the truth. But I'm a solid age
So, Twitch, ban her?
now that I don't care. It's
Her age is like my weight.
kind of why I suck at saying what age I learned what. Like, oh, I started going on 4chan when I was 14, but what I mean is like 11. I wanted to sound older somehow. I had to get a proper ID for 18 when I turned 18, and it was exhilarating buying my own beer. Ha 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 ha. Now here's the bombshell. Also, just thought to put this out there because all the images that my haters have been leaking are all technically CP.
She really thought that she, like, I'm so sure that in her head, she thought that she won from that. She thought that was a gotcha for everybody else.
XD. Good luck. So yeah, what seemed like a post of her just being edgy as always, saying, hey, I've always been edgy. I've always been on 4chan. I've thought the same thing since I was 14, ended up being one of the dumbest admissions of guilt I've ever seen in my life. Yes, she's been on 4chan since she was a minor. And yes, since then, she's been promiscuous. She's been sending explicit images of herself. She's been sexting. She distributed illegal material. And she's out here talking about it like, oh, gotcha. Someone would, of course, point this out, replying, you realize taking the pictures and uploading them is you transmitting / distributing illegal CP as well, right? Just because it's yourself doesn't remove that. This is when Elfin would say, yeah, I know, but that shit was ages ago. And I sent it to a few people at different time intervals. I didn't know they would leak it because they're awful people. I hope they suffer. Smiley face. This is of course in reference to the many nudes you can find online of her. So that means a lot of websites are hosting CP at the moment, if she's to be believed. At this point, she was fair game, okay? And this is when Johnzilla would make this Twitter thread saying, most people think Elfinpsyop privated because she crashed out over her white supremacist friends finding out that she isn't white. But in actuality, it was because it was found out she groomed and sent weird and inappropriate things to minors on her Discord server. The first example would be how she made a community member who was 16 draw a doujin, right? Like some sort of a adult comic of her and a VTuber she looked up to. He would post it in her Discord and she would say, holy fucking shit, dude. Oh my God. She was very excited over it. She'd also
Well, how
send
is this getting worse? What's going on?
some very explicit messages. Like, for example, he'd make artwork of her holding a gun on her stomach, and she'd say, I love the weight of the gun on my stomach. It makes me very horny. And finally, there would be this screenshot in which she says, when I grow up, I'm going to be like Masato and groom blah, blah, blah. And they're even be a message with her saying pedophile bros rise up. So now her community had to wrestle with the fact that not only was she not a virgin, not only was she not white, but she was also someone who was practically a weirdo to minors. Go figure. What Johnzilla had posted was part of a wider expose that fully sought to expose Elfin and ruin her career.
No, you know what I hate about this too? I hate how Riri gets to win this like whole mid-off bullshit. Now Riri is watching this like, I won.
That was posted on 4chan. In it, we can see even more images, like how, for example, she would let this minor into an NSFW 18+ channel knowing that he's a minor. She doesn't care. Why would she? But look, I know at this point you're thinking,
Advanced GG! Oh, thank God I don't work with them anymore.
she's completely irredeemable. No way she still has fans, right? Well, there's a reason I refer to her fans throughout this whole video as castrated men. They're not castrated like literally, like physically. They're castrated mentally, in the sense that they stand for nothing. Their life is meaningless in the sense that they're willing to throw anything away just for a chance at having a gooner girlfriend. Someone would reply to Johnzilla's thread saying, "What the fuck? Based? Me next," in all caps. So guys, I don't care. She could murder someone. She could, I don't know.
You know what I don't understand about men? Like a few men I don't understand. You do know, like, if you really wanted to date a loser who's a woman or something, you can find one so easily. Like, they're everywhere. Are you serious? Like, if you really want to find, like, degenerates, it's very easy to find them. Just like be in the same place as they're probably gonna be in, and then boom, you're gonna see it.
I'll carpet bomb an entire family, neighborhood. I don't care. I don't care. Please, just get in a call with me and Goon. Please, I've never had a woman touch me. Please. The secondhand embarrassment would continue for Elfin, though. She would post an AI-generated clip of Brody Fox, a content creator, with him saying slurs.
I'm just saying, Discord, if you really want to find it, find like a there's so many so you could find somebody. There's so many
that he never said because it's AI. It would perform abysmally, and he would reply to her saying, "Why did you groom minors and distributed CP?" linking Johnzilla's thread, out-ratioing her by 5 times. Yeah.
Pause! Sorry, I wasn't listening for 1 second.
AI. It would perform abysmally, and he would reply to her saying, "Why did you groom minors and distributed CP?" linking Johnzilla's thread, out-ratioing her by 5 times. Yeah. At this point, it was obvious. Elfin was becoming a lolcow. In fact, she had already become one by the time she deactivated the first time in December. Seeing how much the pressure was mounting and how many of her close friends or community members were telling her, "You're a dumbass for admitting this, you have to do
Oh my God, she's literally backtracking. Oh my God.
something to contain this disaster," she would make this tweet in a desperate attempt to calm people down, saying, "I lied. I lied about my age and being younger at the time because there's images of me on the internet that I sent to people I trusted. Never full nudity, and they use AI to make revenge porn of it. They actively posted on all spaces I'm in, trying
It's AI, guys. It's not really actually my body, bro.
get back at me for rejecting them. How do you counter that? How do you even stop it? So yeah, I lied to scare them." Yeah, right. And I'm French. What are we doing? Lying now? No one believed that, especially with the proof that she so readily invited a 16-year-old into an NSFW channel on her Discord. It was over, and even Elfin had enough self-awareness to understand that. This is why shortly afterwards, a day later, on January 7th, 2026, she would yet again deactivate her Twitter, but this time wipe her YouTube channel and pretty much delete all socials. And the final thing she'd do is post an announcement on Discord, pretty much announcing her graduation and how she was
Oh my God, no way, dude. No way.
ceasing all activities for good now. Here's what she had to say. "Hey, thank you for always being by my side. When I first started streaming, it was crazy to me to have so many people like me so much and want to talk to me. It felt exhilarating to have friends in a community. All the art I got, all the friendships I made, the 10-hour Among Us sessions, it was incredible. Probably the best time I've..."
Imagine talking about Among Us in 2026. Like, oh Lord, man. Like, Jesus.
Ever had in my life. I wouldn't trade this time for the world. It meant everything to me, and you guys meant everything to me. I'd like to thank you all for being amazing
At
agents.
Deme,
That's what
the
you call it.
reason why men go after girl failures like these is that they are achievable, but also thin, cute, and whatever they want. The fantasy is way better than real girl failures that are actual losers and real people. VTubers make that even more so as the avatar becomes what they want.
for believing in me even though I've always been a massive loser, for always taking
No, I
my
get that.
side,
I see.
buying my merch, liking me at all. I wish I could give you more than this. I wish I could be more than what I am for you guys, and I'm so sorry for disappointing you like I do every
I'm
time.
not gonna lie, for some people, the fantasy is more of a sell than reality.
But I just wanted to say I really love you guys. Despite all the controversies and dramas we've been through, it's been way too fun to want to forget all of this. I guess the Elfin saga had to end on a weird bittersweet note like this. Fucking chaotic. It definitely wasn't meant to last. I never believed in myself that much. Too much shit has happened, and I'm too small of a person to be able to handle it alone. I've lost. It doesn't matter anymore. Please don't be sad when I'm gone. You can always look back on memories. So corny. I'll be graduating for good. I wish I could have a stream rather than this Discord announcement.
Jesus Christ.
But this is the best I could bring myself to doing. I don't want to seem pathetic on stream, have to act nonchalant. Thank you for being with me. I love you all. It was really nice.
Why is it?
Lasted
Why is it?
And so this was it. This
Ew,
time
why
it
is
was
it
actually
Brazil?
official. It wasn't like the other time she deactivated and just came back a few days later. No,
She probably did it again, right? She came back probably like in Twitter or some shit.
this was it. Elfinpsyop would be no more. And as you might have guessed, people celebrated again. But her community was gutted. And shortly afterwards, she would completely delete her Discord. Elfinpsyop is a real one. I'm gonna miss my homie. She'll be with us always, in one form or another.
Wow.
Plenty more Indian women out there. Just go to India and bring one home. Dude, look at this tweet. Just look. Oh my god. When I die, Elfin will still be on my mind. I couldn't forget these past couple of years if I tried. Castrated beyond belief. You see, when people make fun of the male loneliness epidemic, don't show them statistics, okay? Don't make them think that it's just some guy who's sad that he's single. Show them these people mourning as if they lost a family member, when in fact it was just some grifter who was a Pakistani woman that pretended she was white. It is so pathetic, man. Okay, this is probably my favorite tweet. Okay, this is... Your Paki brothers will miss you, Elfin Pakistan.
Oh my god, his fucking username!
There was a lot of funny memes. Gets called brown once, fucking dies. Look at this guy. I wake up with the New Year's hangover, and one of the first things I learn is that Elfin is brown. First off, the fuck that I missed. Second off, is there a single one of you motherfuckers that's actually white? And just like that, the legendary meteoric rise of Elfin would end as quickly as it had started. Not with a bang, not with a whisper, but in a flaming hot pile of shitty diarrhea. But hey, as far as I know, the artist that had been ghosted by Elfin worked things out, and now you have an attorney involved. Meanwhile, Riri is still crying over the fact that she grifted, tried to be Elfin, and now her entire career is ruined. Hey, man.
Got a lot of popular from clips. Everyone starts liking me. People loves me and my tweets. Lots of fan art, news, community member supports. Fucks everything up. Everyone knows me as the Elfin copyright, as grifter. I mean, because that's literally what you did. Maybe if you didn't do that, then your career would have been fine. Because from what I've seen in my chat as well, a lot of people know Riri for her rats and like a cute clip of her. She could have like literally been okay growing as a normal streamer and growing without literally copycatting Elfin. She could have done none of that. Done well and whatever. Literally could have just done well. But then she did that and Jesus.
And all I gotta say is you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. But before I end the video, I do want to point out something that's very, very interesting. There's a conspiracy theory going around right now that the reason why Elfin left and deleted all socials is because she's being pursued by UK tax authorities. You see, when you would donate to her PayPal link, it would show an email. It would say payment to blank blank at hotmail.com. And this was clearly not her name. This was a man's name. This was her boyfriend that she
Oh my god.
had while she cheated on him with 6 other guys. However, you have to remember, Elfin was in the UK under a student visa, which doesn't allow her to work or earn any income. It seemed like she was funneling all her earnings to her boyfriend. So the theory is that maybe she broke up with her boyfriend and he found out that she cheated on him with 6 guys and she was doing all this dumb shit on the internet. So now he's getting the tax authorities after her so he can reclaim the money that she took from him while also getting her kicked out of the country. Definitely an interesting theory, but I do think it might be a bit of a reach. I guess only time will tell. I personally think that Elfin will try to pull a Gunpie because she's practically Gunpie but 10
Sorry, what is a gunpie? I heard that word so many times, but I don't even know what that is.
times worse. Eventually, she might recreate a new persona,
No
a new
clue, I don't know.
character, and try to
A streamer? A controversial character. It's another VTuber. Is it the one that got canceled and for like whatever? The other girl. This girl. Was it this girl? That's her name. Okay, I was confused.
Come back into streaming slowly. Will she carefully disguise herself? No, people will recognize her, but her community will be very happy that she's back because as you can see, there's a void in their hearts that still hasn't been filled, guys. I've made so many videos, throughout this career. Some of them involve
Bro, it's in the
disturbing
video. I'm
topics.
sorry, dude. I'm sorry. Bro, listen. I'm super bad with names sometimes, and I won't remember names.
But I've never been so disturbed as I have been while researching for this video. I'm sure you also lost hope in humanity multiple times as you were watching this, so hey, you're welcome. And I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching until the end. As a reminder, make sure to check out my stash page, okay? It's going to be, you'll find the link in the description and the pinned comment.
I can talk to them if you want. I don't have any content for them to have, if I'm being honest.
Thank you so much again. I love you so much platonically, and I'll see you in the next video whenever that is.
Hey.
Mwah.
Much love. What the f is this? God, man, can you believe all these? Okay. Anyway, I'm hoping I don't get deported for fraud. If you look up her name on Twitter, there's still people posting paragraphs crying because she's gone. Oh my God. I feel kind of bad for them. No, I don't. That's a lie. But like, it's just kind of like, ang kawawa, no? Like, it's just so sad. It's so pitiful. Like, it's so pitiful. Like, it's like a pity feeling. You know what I mean? Like, you don't ever want to feel like pity of somebody, right? You don't ever want to feel like, it's like looking down at them in a way. Like, it's pathetic. I don't know. I don't know. It's just weird.